I have
Hi.
anyway.
Hello, welcome to Cult Fiction, where we're all broke.
Hi, welcome to Cult Fiction, an online TV show with me and a bunch of other fucking idiots
With a negative budget.
on negative budget, and somehow we're surviving.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Watch us all slowly fall down the slippery slope of insanity as we play a game that is only worshipped by the devil named Dungeons and Dragons.
That's a long name for a devil.
Yeah, no. The devil's name isn't Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
It's
Well,
a
that's
devil.
disappointing.
It's a devil worshipping game called Dungeons and Dragons, where you can fight the devil and kill him. That's usually what a lot of people do.
Anyway,
That was called Diablo.
No, that's Doom.
Okay.
you know what else is doomed?
My sanity?
mental
Our
health.
start time.
Our start time. Our start time is permanently doomed. We were supposed to start 20 minutes ago.
We
LC's
haven't
Well,
men-
I was hoping we would start 20 minutes ago.
I know another thing that's infixable. LC's love life.
Don't fucking do me like that.
That's just mean.
I think I just watched a murder in real time.
Well, somebody has to fucking do it like that.
I would like to give negative inspiration.
Blood.
I'm
I
pretty
will-
sure
I
I
will
don't even
now
have inspiration anymore.
Re-roll a die of my choice at any point.
Oh,
I
speaking
don't
of that,
think that's how
I
that
think I
works.
used the thing wrong at one point, and I'm upset that I wasted it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's already been done, but I used an item wrong, and yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
okay. All right. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Cult Fiction, the show where myself and a handful of other individuals of varying intellects, social statuses, and apparently monetary gains.
It's not a variety. We're all just broke.
I'm just
Gather
fucking
together
broke.
to play some Dungeons and Dragons, I
I
guess.
guess.
Supposedly,
Via the internet
allegedly.
and magic.
What's the internet?
I don't know. This has been a chaotic start, but we're starting. Right. Any announcements? Anything like? We just gonna get into it.
I don't have anything to announce, so.
Found this the other day. That was pretty cool. It's been a long time since I found it. I don't know. I just
Riveting announcement.
yeah. I was here. Anyway, that's about it. That's pretty much what's in my book. Oh yeah, and it's finals week, so please bear with us because we're struggling, all of us.
Those of us that are in school.
Fuck off.
Ugh. Why you gotta flex like that? All right. Regardless,
I dropped my minor. I can graduate like in a year.
if I drop out, I can be done with college now. All right.
Oh yeah, you've got 2-3 more years of this.
About 1.5. All right.
Don't mind me.
So let's actually pick up with tonight's session, shall we? A brief recap. The party is on the Elven Isles of Trigartha, a beautiful elven nation, which, as they have begun to discover, has a strange and complex history that spans far longer than any of them could possibly imagine. And there have just been a lot of things that they've been uncovering in this dungeon crawl. This is the 4th part? 5th part? I lost track at this point. They've been in this dungeon for a while, and there's still more of it. So, yeah. However, if you guys want to go through what you guys have done in this place, go for it.
Someone's,
Giant crystal.
which is a stolen mountain.
I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Back again.
Made it just in time for the recap to end.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I
Giant crystal
don't.
that
So I
looks a
just
little
don't
bit
remember.
like this.
What the fuck is that?
This is a pretty decent representation of the giant crystal
Oh, from the ceiling?
hanging from the ceiling. Yep.
It's just
Just as it was brought
block
up.
of quartz.
Yeah, that's
bro.
pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
So, how do we plan on getting this out of here? Or
We-
do we decide that was not the plan? And it's
probably not
better?
it's not probably not the plan right now, but I think we like hired a lot of people to get it out of here.
And that
Yeah.
means we gotta pay them.
Yeah, but with the amount of money you could probably get from that,
That means we have to pay them.
I
Just
mean, we
get-
don't necessarily have to.
prisoners with jobs.
Look, I do know a group of 40 people that just left here.
You make a solid point, but there's no way you can transfer that right now.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's anything we can do about it.
We're talking to this like every time.
I mean, I'm out of ideas.
Thought we were doing recap.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting on you guys.
I don't remember what we do. I don't remember what I did this morning.
Wait, did we not? I thought we did the recap already.
We were saying everything we found in the dungeon, and I started at the beginning with the crystal, and then
We're talking about
immediately
how to get
it
out.
out.
role playing.
Sorry, continue the recap because I don't remember anything.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, what are you doing? Role playing in a role playing game? Come on.
what
How
the fuck
dare
is this? Anyway,
I'm sorry.
Evan and I went on like a 2-hour side quest. We met a Naga, right?
Yeah.
It was friendly. They said they would pay us to defend their home.
We found the what was it? The Shadowforge.
Yes.
Yep.
And we're defending it from Wazari, which are like fire dwarves. They're a bit hot-headed, and they've come to rob the place.
Yeah, and Theo has a rapier that's kind of cool.
Interesting. It's neat.
I just think it's neat.
So our last session.
We
Oh,
left
go
off
for it.
with everybody in a tiny hut, right? In the Shadowforge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which,
Oh, and I made a
how you-
friend.
you
and
spent a
that-
spell slot on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And you
And
made a
I'm-
friend.
Like literally made a friend.
I made a
Let's see if
friend.
I can find your friend.
No, I made a friend.
Here's your friend. He's
friend?
here.
Necromancy.
Necromancy.
All right.
Dude, that was necromancy again.
That's the only way you
Again.
can make friends.
Yeah.
He's had friends. You've met them. They may or may not try to kill you. One of them stole our wagon.
All right. Let me just pull that back up so that we're all on the same page. Perfection. Okay. Gentlemen, as we pick back up, the Shadowforge, after the end of our last session, the combat ceasing, and Chiron finishing off closing the breach above you, the sounds of crackling fire begin to fade away. And you just hear the eerie ringing of the cave around. However, there is still the sound of rocks being pulled away, and as Timero sees you back into that tiny hut, these people have been clawing through these rocks. And it's been difficult to keep it up. And once you enter the hut, you can't cast outside of it, and as such,
Yeah.
you see the stone is pulled away. And you see a flaming face look into the room from the other side. What are the dimensions of the tiny hut?
It's a 10 by 10. Let me just pull up this spell, make sure that I'm not telling you lies. So for tiny hut, a 10-foot radius, so it's about 20 feet of a circle in an immobile dome, and we're gonna say I'm gonna make it. So you can look through it right now, and we'll just get as light orange hue.
Okay.
Hue.
And how high up does it go?
My 10-foot radius from the middle, so
Okay.
Like what? Like 20? Is that
Yeah.
20 feet tall?
If the center point is 10, then it would go up 10.
Yeah, it would go because it's like a half dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20-foot diameter, 10-foot high.
Yeah. Okay. You see the figure enters this room, looks around. I am going to roll for him.
Which figure?
You see the face of an Azer looking through the doorway.
I can't see anybody inside the.
No, it cannot, but it looks
But-
into the room.
It would see an Azer friend though, because I don't think my Azer can enter the.
Let's see who's
the
in
orange
the
structure.
area.
Technically, I would have gone off first because it started in combat, but we didn't.
I mean, technically, it would take a minute to cast, so you reasonably could have told
Well,
it
because
to enter.
it started the second round of combat, which went on for a little bit.
Correct, and at the end, Hal did a 1 minute tiny hut.
Yeah.
So, that's a 3rd level spell slot, though. But, is it 3rd level or 2nd tiny hut? I forget. I think it's 3rd.
I think it's 3rd as well.
I digress. With that, you reasonably could have had your friend enter this space before the casting was finished if you wanted.
Cool. I can't speak to it, but
You can command it.
yeah.
There's probably a lot to that. I don't know if you've taken the time to read through it yet.
I have a few
The
times, but
spell. Okay, cool. Good. Well, with that, we will press on. As you see this flaming figure's face, looks through and looks up. It pulls back into the rocks. And after a moment, nothing.
So what was the plan here?
Not quite sure.
Were we gonna
Well,
try to rest, or are we moving on to
This
the
at
next
least
room?
gives us time to do a short rest and heal up.
This gives us time for a long rest if we really wanted to.
But they're still
Then-
raiding the place. I mean, we've taken care of the forge, but
I'm also pretty sure we kind of woke up a few hours ago, so.
That's true. And you've rested like 2 or 3 times already in short rests.
You technically don't need to sleep during a long rest.
well, who is hurt?
I'm bloodied, is how I'd describe Luca.
Does anybody have the? I know Chiron has the ability to heal.
I can
I
heal.
do too.
I'm just
Actually-
But Chiron doesn't need a spell slot to heal.
Chiron
I'm
does
just
have the
out of
ability
spell
to heal,
slots.
and since Austin is not here today, if one of you would like to pick him up, he didn't designate anyone like publicly, but if he privately messaged you, you can pick up his character, or if you didn't hear anything at all, then decide amongst yourselves.
I'm completely out of healing spell slots at all.
I have 3 spell slots left.
Does anyone want to use Chiron as a person?
I wouldn't play him.
I feel like I also wouldn't do him justice in the first place, so.
I guess that leaves me then. Give me a
Yeah,
sec.
you're the most responsible.
I doubt that.
I think
It's
that I
fine.
mean you have less to manage than we do with like spells and stuff. So
You think that?
No.
You think that?
He doesn't.
No.
Deadass, Jeffy has the
No.
most to manage out of everyone here.
Yeah, my
Plus,
character
you
was
guys
complex as hell.
You dumped the bag of holding on him too.
that was Chiron.
That was technically me, I suppose.
That's on you.
Well, I
We
handed
also-
it.
Any of us could have grabbed it. Any of us been like,
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Nobody did.
You were just like genuinely kind of the most responsible. Like your character is the most responsible out of ours when it comes down to that.
Probably, but me as a person.
Okay.
How injured are? Who's okay? You said you're pretty bloodied. How bloodied are you?
Can you
I'm
make
fine.
a medicine check to determine like.
I guess that'd be for Chiron to do.
On
Yeah.
a scale of 1 to 45.
Medicine.
Uh,
Let's see. What is his medicine? I can't actually use most of his stuff because I think
Well,
if
I
you're.
mean,
Let's see.
I can tell you to some extent. All I'm gonna say is I'm bloodied, and that's as good of an indication as I can
That
get.
is a 17 on the medicine check.
17. All right, LC.
You could get pretty accurate within like give him like a general range of maybe within 5 hit points.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say I'm at around a quarter of my health.
Quarter of your health. Okay, I
I
will.
mean, if we want to take a short rest, I easily could get more spell slots to heal you.
I just don't know if we have really time because they're like still attacking this place. We're just in this room.
We've got.
Yeah, at this point, the Naga does not understand you, but its head is constantly on a swivel and it hisses
Yeah.
in Elvish.
I could
So-
try to communicate with.
Suggest we move.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, I mean, listen. I'm not very helpful whatsoever right now with the state I'm in.
I have no
Alright.
spells. I mean, I've got 3 of them, but I can go out and attempt to communicate.
In communication.
I'm going to give. Wait, are we resting or are we not resting?
Yeah.
I say we should take a short rest.
Yeah.
I just don't know
At
if
the
we.
very minimum.
You have sat around in these halls for 3 hours. Meanwhile, every second, these Azers are melting valuable history.
Got a better idea?
To be fair, I don't think it could last more than a minute or two in another fight.
I could last, but I'm not
Like-
going out there alone.
I can rest too. I'm doing
would.
pretty well.
I will.
Let's see what I can. I mean, I can heal. Chiron can heal up some people if they need to. He's a little hurt himself though.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna go out there and take some pot shots.
I'll go with you, and Chiron probably can as well. I can probably give.
I'm gonna need to stay back. I only have cantrips right now.
That's kind of normal for a warlock. Though.
Are you
You know what? Fuck it, I'll go out with you guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna give Luca 15 hit points.
And you can come back into this hut. So if you get hurt, just make your way back in.
And
25 minus 15. 10.
so I guess I'll take a 30-minute short rest.
No, I can just give you 15 hit points.
Okay.
Is someone else on Chiron's page?
I am not.
Okay, because I can't edit his stuff.
No, I don't think you can. I only think he can.
Beyond what? Okay, you know what? If you could just write out what specifically you're spending from his character sheet, then we can just message him after the fact and have him change the values, because I personally have enough to deal with and I don't want to tweak his stuff.
Okay.
So if you just write it down, like what you're spending, say you spent 15 points of lay on hands.
So
What do you
how many
do?
of them are out there right now, currently?
In the room with you?
Yeah.
None. There is
So you said
the
one was looking at us.
There is one who has entered your tiny hut that is
Friendly.
glowing with a purple light and not attacking you, and it looks like its body has definitely been
Would I know this is necromancy?
harmed.
I mean,
That would be an Arcana check, I suppose.
it's not exactly a secret.
All right, so there's nothing currently attacking the room right now, right?
No, there was one that Timeros there. Okay, let me reset the scene for you guys because I suppose this isn't.
I can't even heal Chiron or damage him.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah, no, that's definitely necromancy. That thing is dead, and the flames in it are purple. They were not purple before; they were orange, and it is glowing in dim light. It looks like it's not alive.
I'm just gonna look around and go, so who's fucking around with necromancy again?
What do you mean again?
Gonna point at it.
Oh, I already said that was me. But what do you mean again?
Fuck with necromancy every so often, I guess.
No, not that often. Just this.
All right, it doesn't matter. We kind of something to do here.
Must. Yeah, we found the sword in the other room, and I used it, and then it did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Which, Naga is very closely eyeing Envy in your hand. But for the purposes of resetting the scene again, you are in essentially this large sort of cavernous room. And as you take a second to look around, you're at the base of the Shadowforge right now, which is atop this sculpted ziggurat of stone. It's like very smooth with elegant carvings, and there's glyphs of all these different languages that are placed on these pillars around it. Again, the room itself is large and cavernous. It's not. Would it be the same size as the room you entered first? I'm not quite sure. I feel like it would probably be even smaller.
I just realized I have 3 characters to take care of now, including my zombie.
Yep.
Oh well.
It's going to get more difficult from here. But yes, the room here is of a decent size, and you see this large, like towering structure right beside you. The heart of it's right next to you. I suppose it's not the heart of it, but the base of it appears to have this sort of metallic surface that's almost like an anvil. And Theo, there's some sort of recognition of the blade in your hand and the base of the structure that you're at right now.
I was gonna say, so I was told that this is a key. I think that might be the lock, whatever that means.
Guess only one way to find out.
I don't know if we want to turn it on or off, but
What's the worst that can happen? We have a tiny head.
okay. I'll go up to the. You said it was like a rock, right?
No, it's like basically an anvil that's at the base of this large structure, and above it, there's these sort of cylindrical. I don't know what the proper term is, but there's essentially 2 layers, and then the top of it has these rings made out of bronze that are rotating. And actually, at this point, the Shadowforge is whirring.
Okay, so turning off's probably good.
The end of last session, the Naga actually pulled one of the rings, and the forge started spinning. And this purplish energy is culminating in a sphere in the center where you saw previously that fire plane portal that Chiron closed was. And so it's kind of focused in this space right now, with the rings constantly rotating in this strange fashion that's mesmerizing. But as you look at the actual forge itself, yeah, it doesn't seem to be having any like output at this moment.
Okay, I will turn to the group and ask. Can someone ask him if we should turn this off with this? Like,
I'll relay this information. Should we turn this off, or what's the plan here? You know this better than we do.
Naga kind of shifts. No, that would be a poor idea. As long as the rings are in motion, the Shadowfell will be kept at bay.
good to know. Actually, I can't understand him, so.
There's
So-
something else we need to do to make sure it's stable.
It is not stable in the slightest at this moment. However, this motion is aiding it. Shadow should surely be spreading over the land soon, which is concerning. You should leave this place soon, lest you feel it. Nevertheless, it looks like the magic is at work already. And he turns to the raised Azer.
Yes, that was like actually no, never mind. I can't understand him.
I'll relay it. I'll translate.
Yes, me and my friend here passed some sort of test to earn this blade.
Hmm. Yes, well, envy channels Shadowfell energy. She is her own work. And yet, I suppose, and he kind of pulls back and looks at the group. Since you have cleared out the Shadowforge, though part of it has been left in ruin, you should be rewarded. That blade is dangerous. I do not recommend that you keep it. And it leans down and glares into Theo's eyes.
I still can't understand. But
It's a
translate.
very dangerous blade, and apparently you shouldn't keep it.
What do they recommend I do with it?
What do you think he should do with it?
So I would leave it here. It'll be engulfed by the shadow that it pulls from, which could be a bad thing.
I'm not really sure what we should do with it.
I have guarded that blade for longer than any of you have ever lived, ever could possibly live. I have guarded this place. I have seen dragons die, civilizations fall. This has been my mission.
It's not safe now, though, correct?
It is as safe as it will ever be with
But-
me.
Isn't it about to be engulfed by a shadow?
All will be engulfed by shadow if the forge is not repaired. But you do not know how to do that.
Do you?
I have people coming that will aid. Come nightfall, upon the seasons change, I have guests who I am expecting. As I said before, I was waiting for their help, but you came early. And as Plane Guardians, kind of looks over to Chiron and you, I suppose it would be unwise to turn down such an offer. And as such, the planar breach has been sealed. The volatile space is now filled with shadow and not fire. And that is a good thing for now.
I'd just say, I'm not a plane guardian.
What do you represent?
He kind of looks
can't
down at
understand.
the ring on your hand and looks at you.
Family heirloom.
Very well.
Chiron would explain that he is, in fact, a Plane Guardian.
Well, I suppose I would know that much. You have closed this breach. And looks up at the forge, which at this point is just this dark sphere. And there is occasionally still, like, pulses coming out, far less frequently than there was during the combat, but, like, every 30 seconds or so, there's a pulse of energy, and all the light in the room will go out, or you'll get this sickening feeling and kind of feel a bit weak.
So my question is then, why are we still here?
Good question. There are still Azers here, and there is a fire creature that has taken residence in the library. I am not as skilled in managing these creatures. However, I suppose now that no reinforcements can come, well, I can handle the rest if necessary.
So what I'm hearing is that we should go to the library, take out this fire-breathing creature, and then go home.
The creature does not breathe fire. The creature is fire.
I'm just gonna pour some water on him.
There's probably something we can do about that.
Yes.
You see it kind of shifts its gaze back to the doorway. Again, this room had 2 doorways. Both of them collapsed. One of them was not collapsed, actually, when you first entered. However, Timeros had been collapsing it, and that is the place where the Azer peeked through. And then there was the passageway that you guys molder your way through this sort of long stretch. As a matter of fact, I believe I actually... Why did I not do this? I actually think I... Did I not draw out everything? And I'm going to have to go check real quick and make sure. But I believe I actually drew out the structure so you guys can see better.
Let's talk shit about him now.
Hey. Rude.
What? I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's the playlist for the D&D pre-music?
What was that? Oh, it's, Wait, what?
What's in the bot commands?
D&D music thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. I wouldn't advise messing with it too much, but... at least not now, like, during the session. But afterwards...
I just want to look at it
Yeah.
while we have this minute.
Okay, I really have no idea where this particular page went, because I was so sure that I had done it, and yet I cannot find it. So... Yep, sorry guys. If you want to go on... It's thoroughly annoying. Oh, there it is. So, for the sake of helping you guys understand, the entire dungeon that you've gone through so far looks a little something like this. You started here at the bottom in this sort of lower cave area, entered a sort of circular room, went into a rectangular hallway, which took you to another hallway. Here was this large open room with the crystal in it, with this sort of secondary, like, proper entry. And all the way back here was the Tomb of the Founders. You went into this space, and here you are in this area. This is the Shadowforge where you're at right now. So you had this hallway. These are collapsed. This is partially collapsed because the Azers have just dug through it. And there's this whole other space that you guys are going through. Anyway, so that is map. So just hope that would help you get a better visual. That's all I got.
Okay.
Salad.
Well, so we fighting a fire monster?
I guess so. Who's ready?
Let's do it.
Let's
Alright.
go.
Yeah, I only took 2 damage, so I'm good.
I'm healthy. I just have no spells.
Yeah,
I have 3 spells. I have 3 spells. And
Neither do-
cantrips.
Neither
So
does Kyra.
we can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm injured, but I'll move to more of a supporting
Support.
role.
What's the worst that can happen?
TPK.
Okay.
We all die.
That's a really negative outlook.
I mean, honestly, dying isn't as bad as it sounds. It's
All
kind of
right.
peaceful, actually.
But look, I say we got to move on.
I'm gonna check Chiron's character sheet real quick because last time I looked at it, he had actually done something wrong on it, and I just want to make sure that's.
Yeah, apparently
not
use all of
wrong.
his spell slots. I don't know how, but
Paladin. I'm actually thinking more about the channel divinity because he spent a channel divinity, but I don't think he applied it properly.
No more.
At this point, by the way, it's been half an hour, I think. So if you wanted to take a short rest, we're gonna have to make half hours not as impactful as like a full hour of sitting there and doing nothing.
okay. Well, I'll take the short rest when it's offered.
I suppose I'll give it to you guys just because. Kind of bullshit, but all right.
I can't mess with the character sheet.
I have
I mean,
used.
I would have like not hit that button if you didn't say a goddamn thing about it. That was all you LC saying. Will give it to us.
I did use the tiny hood for a reason.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If not, I would have saved the spell slot.
Yes, I think what I get back is my double sneak attack, so that's fine with me.
I get 2 spell slots back.
I get nothing, but that's fine.
You know what a better way to say that is? I get half my spell slots back.
And they happen to be the strongest ones.
Yep.
Nope, never mind. I can't use. No, sneak attack is long rest. Okay.
Where's my?
Okay, let me see
Where
here.
am I done?
Oh, I'm gonna use Song of the Rest if we're just chilling here.
How's that do?
What's that do?
You get this extra hit die. If you use a hit die, you get an extra 1d6.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do hit dice for Chiron.
So he gets 1 extra d6.
I can't heal him or anything, so he right now has 40 hit points instead of.
He's 30 instead of 47.
He was 40 instead of 30. I gave him 10 points of land hands.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and add that.
If you use a hit die, get an extra d6
So-
for Song of Rest.
So he'll probably. He doesn't need that much.
Cool.
So he'll probably use a single paladin hit die, take your Song of Rest, and that will be that. Oh shit! That is literally maximum health.
We go.
He is back up to full.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, and he has regained his channel divinity, which, if you want to try to begin to understand how that works, good luck, but have
Oh,
fun.
we're gonna figure this out.
Alright. Okay. Plane Guardians are fun. I had so much fun making them. Alright, okay.
And then they made them in the next
Yeah.
book.
Well, okay, I looked into it. Oath of the Watchers is not a solid Plane Guardian. Like, these guys have, like, their own thing going for them. So,
Okay.
it's different enough. I'm also less mad about Horizon Walker, because I think both Oath of the Watchers and Horizon Walker can accent really well with Plane Guardians.
Fair.
I digress. This has been like a dumb little rant that I went on here, but you guys wanted to try to head to the library, right?
Yes, I guess.
Okay.
Also, since we took a short rest, I think during that I attuned to that short
Oh, yes.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, technically speaking, this was supposed to be like half an hour of gameplay, but you were just sitting around, so it wasn't supposed to be a short rest, but because it was half an hour of real time, it's fine.
I was planning to take a short rest anyways.
I wasn't
So
gonna take it if you didn't say anything. So
The Naga's been ranting about essentially having you guys move, and then, yeah. All right. Well, let me get this folder out of here because I'm not going to be using that anymore. Okay.
It's just like, damn, you got me monologuing.
Yeah. I mean, quite literally, that's where I'm at. It's so hard to DM, so many things to balance. Okay.
Let's see.
So you relaying this to the Naga?
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, very well. The library can be accessed in 3 places. First, there is the hallway, and he kind of points his head, that those Azers have gone down. That leads to the lab. Past the lab, there is a second, the same hall. He doesn't have hands. What am I doing? The same hall continues down to the end, where it merges into the library. And he looks to Theo, the room where you found Envy.
Right.
In there is a passageway to the library, and in the old armory, and he looks back to the door that you guys just came through. In the armory, there is another passage. All ways in have been collapsed.
I gotta dig through one.
It would seem so. But that did not stop this creature. And so I am concerned about how long it will take before it exits its place of residence.
Well, I should know the way to. I should know the way back. Luke and I went that way.
Also, the passage that connects from here to the lab to the library will have the ease of digging. The A's are practically already broken through on this part.
It's
So
true.
we can circle around and risk being sandwiched, or we can push through here and hope.
We could separate, attack them on 2 fronts. Might
I don't
be
think-
catch 'em-
I don't know. I think it might be
Surprise.
too.
Separation
I
would
think
be
it might
a
be too
good
big for
idea.
that.
Yeah.
It might be too much distance for that.
I also just don't think separation right now is a great idea.
Well, if
Considering
we surprise it, we're not going to. Right now, if we go down one hallway together, we're stuck in this hallway. This thing will beat us in a hall if it can get down the hallway fast enough.
it's true.
But
If we separate, we're not pinning ourselves in, and we could probably surprise it. The guy, once it gets attention, the other one comes up behind it and does whatever it can.
this the fire, whatever it is in the library. What we'll be entering into next is the lab. So there'll still be a room between us and it.
That's
If
fair.
our information is correct.
Right, so we would be able just to get to the library, and
The so the next room is the laboratory, and the next room
Right.
to that is the library. The fire creatures in the library, and the room that the Azer are breaking through the wall that Chiron closed. That's the lab that directly adjacent to here.
Okay. I think we should stick together because we split up. One of us going to be getting to a laboratory. One's going to go to the library. Won't be in the same room, so that could be a problem. We want to clear one room and then have somebody circle around. That might work better. So clear the laboratory and decide something to circle to the other door of the library could work out. But right now we should clear this room because we can't. If we separate, we're going to end up in different rooms.
Right. Because we could. There's a. Like I said, there's a passage to the
Library
library.
for where we got this sword.
Right, but yeah, too much distance. Maybe we could do that after we had cleared
The laboratory.
lab.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Sounds like a
Let's go clear
plan.
out the lab then.
Yeah, and then we can send some people around if we want to. So I guess we'll head towards the lab, which is currently blocked off, right?
Partially. The tunnel that you're referring to is the one where the Azers were trying to dig through, and they made enough of a space where they could fit their heads through, and then they receded back.
Okay. Fine, you can open it up a bit for us?
What was that?
I was going to ask the Thon if you could open it up for us.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna start using mold earth.
Getting a million miles out of that sound effect.
Mhm.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah. There it goes. All right. As you clear the, are you pushing the earth forward, or are you pulling it towards you? Like, how are you clearing this out of the way?
That's up to you, man.
Thank you. I'd probably pull it towards me, towards us.
This is you.
Yeah.
The loose dirt and stone rushes past your feet. As you look ahead, you see a chasm. It's it is a hallway, but there's a very, decent sized chasm here. It has, well, at the bottom of it, you can see a bunch of spikes. This was a pit trap, and it has been triggered. And there was a bridge that was built across it, however, that has been snapped. And it looks like it sort of collapsed down into the pit trap area. And there's probably a good, 30 feet where it's just pit.
Deep is this?
You can actually see what look like some humanoid bones down at the bottom of it as well.
I have a question.
Deep, it's
Yeah.
15, 20 feet. It's
Never mind.
probably not super deep,
Never mind.
but it's not exactly that. It looks like it's more meant to prevent you from being able to cross all the way to the other side of the hole. If that makes sense.
Well,
We need to get across this.
yes.
Do we have a grappling hook, right?
Chiron would reach and pull his out of his bag.
The grappling hook arrow, right?
Yes.
Could you try and get the grappling hook somewhere stuck on the ceiling?
I will.
Securely?
It's an arrow or a bolt? I can't remember.
It's a bolt. It goes for a crossbow.
Okay.
I believe the item is called an arrow, but
I have a pretty decent chance with a crossbow. I don't know who else has a crossbow, but
I have one.
I don't know who's the best shot with a crossbow. I mean,
Chiron does
That's
as well,
good.
but I think your modifier is probably just a hint better.
I have a question. How did you say it was again?
How deep? It was probably 15, 20 feet. It's not super deep. It's more of a
Cool question. Why do you need a crossbow?
30 feet
we have a
wide.
grappling arrow.
Okay, and
I can do it for you.
How far down is the bridge dangling?
The bridge would have crossed this entire thing, and it's been
Right.
cut. So it's probably it's reached down all the way to the bottom at this point. It's scraped or scraped. These spikes that are at the bottom of it is probably actually laying over them at this point.
Okay. Do y'all want to cross on the bridge? I have an idea.
I mean, the bridge is
Thinking.
collapsed, though, right?
It is for now. I'm gonna hand Hal my rope and pull out my floating disc.
Okay.
Wait, I really
Alright.
wanted to fire a crossbow though.
Well,
Well,
you
you can still do that
just
just in
have
case.
a physical floating disc.
I just have a physical floating disc.
Alright.
And so it's gonna hover 3 feet above the ground, right? So I'll throw it down into the pit. And
Okay.
it's gonna hover above the spikes, right? In
Alright.
theory.
Yeah.
And I'll just land on the disc and grab the I'll grab the bridge
God damn it.
and I'll yell up at Hal, "Hey, toss down an end of that rope."
I will toss said rope.
I
Is that
will.
a full? I feel like that would be quite heavy.
I'm gonna take my little climbing kit, take out one of the pipes, just slam it into the wall, and so you can tie the rope onto this.
All right,
Okay.
I toss in the rope.
I'm tying one end of the rope into a pipe and just slamming it into the
Do
wall.
we want Martin to
Right.
help drag this up?
It is 50 feet, right?
We might need it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
it's 50 feet of rope, but
I was gonna about Martin. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out Martin. I'm gonna just whip him out. Whip out my big old snake boy. Just like
Which is curious because he's a little smaller than the Naga, but like visibly more like
Snake.
he's a giant constrictor snake, but the Naga is like intelligent humanoid, and so it's this awkward contrast between the two of them.
it's like, do you speak?
Yeah.
Martin replies back in the language.
Martin doesn't speak though.
That's what you
Back
think.
in the language.
I am
That's what you
deity
think.
in disguise. Long have I been chained. No. Sorry.
If Martin turns out to be an actual deity, I'm gonna scream and laugh.
Plot point.
Oh, yeah.
You shut the fuck up right now.
It is now.
It is an idea now.
All of the pets are actually something else that they're not supposed to be.
Guess who doesn't have a pet? I haven't seen Buck in a year.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
That's so true. It's literally been a year.
Yeah. That was when we leveled up.
Yeah.
True.
What are you talking about? Of course it is.
Alright.
So can I fire a crossbow now, or is that no longer needed?
No longer needed.
I don't think it's needed any longer.
Dang it.
I was gonna do a cool thing, have it hook up
Slowly
to the
lowers the
ceiling, and we
crossbow.
swing across.
Probably couldn't swing across this reasonably.
One end of I've taken my free end of the rope and tied it to the bridge
Okay.
below, and
I thought this was like I thought this was like a stone bridge, not like a.
It reasonably to be built by Azers, it probably would be, but I'll say there probably also would have been rope supports because
Okay.
it's bridge.
Over a chasm.
Yeah. Why not? Because this is just too cool to turn down.
I was envisioning a wooden bridge, so I was like, all right, yeah, wooden bridge, hell yeah, we can.
One
build
rope
this
bridge,
sucker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
wait, oh,
seems
wait,
like
I'm
it'd be
gonna-
very, very heavy.
we should
But,
move the pylon to. Can we see the roof?
Can you see the roof?
Yeah, we're at roof height, or
This is not a very like tall hallway by any means. It's probably like 10 feet tall.
can I
Yeah.
try to put a height in the roof to use as a pulley?
Sure.
All right. All right, I should help with lifting the
Chiron
bridge.
will give you a little boost.
Oh yes, Kyron the strong man. And then we're gonna put another pipe in the roof to loop the rope through, so we can make a pulley.
All right.
I'm gonna.
We're
I'm
tied
going-
down here at the bottom.
All right, we have the rope up here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like grab the end of it and say, "Hey, Martin, hold on to this and pull when I need you to."
Little snake nod. All right. If you guys are going to attempt this, who's pulling?
Guess I
I
can pull.
will also pull as
The
much as I can.
the
I'll pull
Azer
the
is
cat.
the Azer is gonna grab on.
Okay.
Can I pull myself up the rope?
Because he has a high
and
strength.
help,
A little
or
bit.
Oh,
Could
I
I
have.
climb up
What's
the
that?
rope and help? Could I climb up the rope and help pull the bridge up?
Well, you are kind of far down now at this point, 15, 20 feet, so you're probably going to have to, I'll say make an acrobatics or athletics check to get up. Your choice.
I'll grab and the Azer. I'm going to command the Azer to grab some of the rope. Maybe wait. Nope. Seeing that the Azer is made of fire, I feel like it's a bad plan.
It's made of metal with fire in its heart.
Okay, so it could touch the rope and not burn it.
It might burn it.
So you're going to have it stand back then.
That's an 18 on acrobatics.
Specifically, the rope that is on this bridge is probably more of like a metallic cord.
No, I mean the rope that we're using to pull it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I'd
no.
imagine.
I don't want to
Our
burn that
rope
rope.
is
So. Yeah.
What was your check, Luca?
18.
18, yeah. Easy enough. You clamber up. But you did use the floating disc as a surface. So
It can support 500 pounds, right?
it can, but could you bring it back up?
I mean, if you like hang on the rope and grabbed it.
I mean, I feel like I could hold onto the rope and grab a disc. It weighs.
Holding on to the rope? Yeah, that's fair,
nothing,
actually,
right?
if you're using
it
the rope.
weighs. Yeah, it weighs 1 pound.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
grab the rope as well. Help
okay.
out.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
So I think
So
we're all holding on to this rope.
Everyone who is grabbing the rope, make an athletics check.
So that's my strong suit.
That's
Oh, Chiron will
a,
help
fif-
too.
a 15.
Chiron's gonna help too. Just
And because you're using a pulley system, I will give... Actually, I'll just lower the DC, it's fine. I was gonna say I'll give someone advantage, but that just complicates things.
15 for hell.
18 for Chiron.
14 for Luca.
14 for.
Not 150.
What would
not,
I?
Not 150. 18 for Chiron.
What would I do for Martin? Would I just do his strength?
Strength. Yeah.
It's, strength.
Jaw strength.
Rip.
That is a. I wrote this down somewhere. We got to bring up one of their skills, right? Was it skills or?
It was attributes, right?
I believe it was increase an ability score by 1, and I
Was it
don't
one
know
or
if we wanted
2?
skills.
Okay.
It was by
So-
1, and I think it was 1 hit die and 1 ability score goes up. But no one messaged me about that, so we'll deal with it next week.
I wrote mine
Yeah.
down.
I didn't know what to
Before.
do with mine. I was like,
I know exactly where I'm gonna put it. If you want me to tell you right now.
Oh,
I was just gonna increase his
Martin
strength.
can't get an upgrade
Oh, familiar.
because he's a magic item, but
Right,
your
right.
familiar can.
So either way, it's a 14 as well.
Okay.
For me and me boy.
All right. With a heave, it quite literally does take all of you to pull this off. As the metal and stone gets dragged along, the rope seems to almost tear. The pulley seems to come loose. But you do eventually manage to pull it back, and it does seem to be at a level ground at this point.
and if it's a stone bridge, does that mean you can use Nold Earth to mend it? To reattach the bridge to the place?
Dang, I really wanted to fire a crossbow bolt.
It's not too late.
I'll shoot a crossbow bolt.
Hey, it could still be a trap. This was a trap originally, so.
Everything collapses. Rocks fall, you'll die. No. You are able to secure it.
Oh shit.
And if you did want to try to mold Earth, you can mold the broken pieces of the bridge together with some time, of course, and mold it back to into a solid structure.
And I still have mending, so I can
I'm
use
a-
that to fix some of the rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually.
All right.
All right, the ridge looks secure, I guess.
Bridge again.
Can I figure out what triggered the trap using my special ability to figure out traps?
Thieves' Tools, intelligence check.
Yeah.
Sure. This would probably be investigation, but yeah.
I mean, that's fine. It's the Thieves was basically investigations plus proficiency, so. No, that is an 11.
Unsure, but best you can tell, it was probably never meant to be reset.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I guess who resets a bridge?
well, the bridge itself was added after the fact, too.
Oh. Okay.
So,
All right. Well, who wants to cross first?
Uh,
I'm gonna
I got
send
this.
I guess I can send my companion.
Martin. Oh wait, no.
Todor?
No, no.
No, the Azer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that actually would work.
Fair
I
enough.
will have the Azer. I'll command the Azer to cross the bridge.
What does that look like?
The flaming dwarf.
make it sprint. I want to see it run.
A
Maybe some
full-on
light
dash.
screaming.
All right, so this.
So he's gonna be careful. He's gonna slowly cross the bridge.
Ah!
I would have the
Shambling
20
metallic
yeah.
body.
The shambling, zombified corpse is gonna cross the bridge slowly and steadily.
The steps of metal on stone. The lightest crackle of fire. Before it seems to reach the other side.
Great. Who's up next?
Oh, I got this. I was just gonna sprint across because no trap's gonna get me.
Make a
No
dexterity
arrow
check.
trap. No, no arrow trap. No sir. I can outrun them. That's gonna be a 12.
It's a hearty jog. And it doesn't seem to collapse, and there don't seem to be any traps. It appears that you're alright.
The less time I spent on that bridge, the better.
Here, I guess we'll go next as he sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. As he's used to more ghetto situation fixes for things, he's gonna take his time. He's gonna have his hand basically like on a climbing gear kit just in case, and slowly make his way across.
Safe travels. Hal, in the meantime, you're just sitting next to this purple flamed Azer that just seems to be staring lifelessly past you.
So, you come to this bridge often?
I hate that.
You know, I've never been, so how's the library? I've heard there's a library. It must be kind of nice if everyone wants to go there.
The zombie can't respond. He is at a loss for words.
Oh, strong silent type. I like it. It's a good look. If you're gonna check out one book at this library, what's a recommendation? Because I think I'm gonna steal one. You do light reading? I don't know. Good talk. All right, we'll talk later.
Okay. God damn. Okay. Why do you know what? It's a hearty laugh. Why not? I'll give inspiration for it.
Let's go.
Oh,
Of all the things.
you come to this bridge often?
I don't know. You might have been here before.
It shouldn't have got me so good.
It should have.
How this like silence that much?
Alright.
Well,
I guess I'll go.
I don't know what I'm waiting for. I trust this thing.
I have nothing better to lose. I'm gonna just carefully walk across.
That's not the saying.
You don't know. I'm going to carelessly walk across.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a good thing I'm still favored by the gods. Let me just use it real quick. It's 2d4. That's a 10.
You trip on Hal's crossbow bolt.
Do I fall and die?
Nope. You
That's
just
it.
trip on Hal's crossbow bolt.
Fuck you, Hal.
I'll fire another one right where that one is.
X-Men.
You want to do that? You want to fire another one? We'll see how
This is a trick question.
we'll see how sturdy this bridge really is.
I'm past. You can test all you want.
I'd love to think that Tamaris is saying this with the hiccups too.
Yes. Full hiccups right now. I have
guess
no
Kyle
idea
will
why.
just cross because he's seen everyone else crossing. He probably thinks it's safe, so can't just average space cross.
Well, Chiron just fucking died.
Under all the weight of Chiron.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Chiron is the heaviest out of all of us, like in the group, not carrying the Naga. Just due to how much gear he's also carrying around, not just his personal body size.
I don't know. Some people have a lot of coins on their person.
Yeah, but that doesn't equal a lot of mass and weight. God.
I don't even know who has money here.
Me?
I don't either.
What is money?
I mean, I have about 2,537 of it if you want to know. But I don't share too well.
I'm carrying a lot compared to my character's weight.
Me too. Me too. I have 65 pounds worth of coins.
Hey Theo,
What? What's
can I
up?
see your the bag of holding real quick? I just want to get something out.
What do you need?
Just wanted to grab something out of the bag of holding.
All right.
I was gonna pull out a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine. Why did you
Alright,
need a
thank you.
bottle of wine?
I think we've earned it today.
Let's wait until
The day's not
after.
over yet. Wait till after the raid.
We might not
Yeah.
get a chance after the raid.
Hey, let's
all right?
not say that.
There's no time like the present. Isn't that right, little guy?
Azer.
You know he can't reply, right?
You know what he would have probably liked before he died? A bottle of wine.
I'm not quite sure about that.
I don't know.
Wine's better served cold. I don't think he does well with the cold.
Well, I'm having a glass. You can too if you want.
Fuck it, pour me one.
Alright. He's gonna start pouring out
They're just
some
gonna,
small portions of wine.
you're gonna take it. We're doing. You can do shots of wine. That's not how this works.
No, like a glass.
We have glasses?
No.
I have a
But
tankard.
we have
Okay,
cups.
I have
don't
9
know what
flasks.
glasses. I don't know what glasses are.
I have 9 flasks.
You know, I have perfect vision in all senses of the word. So I don't know what glasses are.
Devil's sight, but you're nearsighted.
Devil's sight, but you're blind.
though. Listen, just because I am doesn't mean he's not. Actually, I'm not even nearsighted. I just can't see.
I don't know.
All
Well,
right,
this is broken.
let's go on.
All right.
He's gonna pour out a glass of wine for everyone in the party,
All right.
and he's gonna awkwardly try to hand it to the snake guy, and just like hold it out, and then fucking realize that he messed up because the guy doesn't have hands.
He just eats the whole thing.
He's gonna hand
What
it out and
glass
be
and
like,
all?
oh, my bad.
What's worse about this is that the Naga is still on the other side of the bridge, and he has not crossed.
No, he's worried about the weight.
And looks down, kind of shakes his head.
Let's see what we can
Coils
do
up.
to...
You got this, man. There's a bottle of wine over here.
You can't. It's fine. Don't feel stressed.
We can
Thank
hit.
you all. However, I trust that you will be able to handle this. As it is, I have been wounded enough, and he looks down at his face is covered in scorch marks. Like no one's healed him. He has plenty of health, but he's got the shit beat out of him. Kind of.
Yeah, just go take a rest.
I will be waiting when you are finished with your work.
Of course.
Just be careful. What is
You too.
beyond those walls is quite valuable.
We'll be as careful as we can be.
Sort of slithers away.
Well, I guess I have an extra glass of wine.
Yup.
Right.
Alright, then. As you guys are having this glass of wine and looking around, what strikes you is there is no light in this hallway, aside from what you guys have provided. Specifically, it's still like this portion that you're in seems to have this very natural look to it still. However, looking further down, you see this sort of it's like a sort of curved point where there's a door on one side, a bit of like a corner, and well, there seems to be essentially like more properly carved stone beyond this point. As in, it's beginning to look more elegant again. It's kind of more similar to the type of room that you guys walked through before, after going through the secret passageway into this segment of the dungeon. It actually looks relatively carefully maintained, as opposed to, I mean, this whole area really does, but there's soot and fire and marks and shit, but as far as structures go, it looks better than most.
Okay. Well, to the lab, I guess.
To the lab.
The lab.
Alright. The lot of you pressing on come to the intersection where the come to the intersection where this the path to the Shadowforge meets with the collapsed tunnel to the armory, presumably. and another path ahead of you towards where the library presumably is. However, as you're traveling down this hall, on your left would be that path back to the armory. Dead ahead would be that path to the library, and you get the sense, seeing this sort of jutting structure of carved stone, that you perhaps have the lab ahead on your right. And there are still no signs of Azers at all in this hall.
Well, at least we got through one room without triggering its trap.
It's true.
I'm talking about the bridge. I don't know about this room.
Oh yeah.
I don't see any Azer here other than the one next to us. So, guess we keep moving forward.
Okay, it thins out here. Can you give me a marching order?
Chiron probably wants to go first. I'll throw the Azer next to him.
I can go third. I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah, I'll go after Hal.
I'll go after Luca then.
In the back.
Okay. Okay.
Stop the fucking hiccups.
All right. As you approach this sort of four-way intersection here, what in particular are you hoping to achieve? Tell me one specific. Because, I mean, you put Chiron in the lead here, but Austin's not here to make this call, so.
I guess for signs of activity.
Perception check for Chiron, I guess.
Is this a straight line or is it like 2x2s or?
Technically speaking, it would be 10 wide, but there are doorways, and the doorways are 5 wide.
Okay. Chiron's perception is definitely a strong suit. I'm going to figure this out real fast.
Chiron. Very wise.
Very wise. That is a 9.
There's no signs of activity at all. There's open doors, metallic doors. There's even passing through these door frames as well, very similarly to how. I'm just gonna have to move this so that you're all in order here. Very similarly to how you walked through closed doors previously, but they weren't closed doors. They were door frames without doors in them. You now push into this sort of general space here. I wish I could show just the area where Chiron is here, but essentially there is a slightly open door to the right in this carved stone place. There's also carved stone on the left as well. And this sort of almost brick-like formation. There's a door there that's slightly ajar. Another door, which is actually facing the opposite direction from the way you guys are coming. There is a door across from it and over a little bit that is actually open a little more and in the direction that you guys are facing, so you could get a little bit of a peek there. Additionally, I mean, there's a lot of you here walking, but there's the open hallway ahead and the pathway that you're on right now. And so, I guess, with these doors before you, is there one you want to try to tackle first?
Anyone got any ideas which door?
And
Is this just like a guessing game situation right here, or should we? Man, I wish that guy was still with us. He would know.
Yeah, sure, he wouldn't know.
Guardian couldn't follow.
Do we just want to try them both?
Chiron's gonna pick up his shield because Chiron.
I'm gonna go and ready my bow.
Are we? And,
I'm gonna get Martin back into staff form.
so we think they're through that door.
Has Martin been out of staff form this whole time?
Yeah, he helped pulled up the
The bridge, yeah. Did he cross the bridge?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I guess I would put him in staff form before then.
Fair enough.
What was I saying? So we think they're behind this door, right?
Don't you have like a glass thing that can check underneath the door?
That's true. I forgot about that. I'm gonna use my mirror to look underneath the door. I'll move up to the
Which
front.
one? The one on the one that's closer to you on your right, or the one on your left that's like open? No, they're both open slightly. But...
Okay, I'll use the one that's closer to me. See what I can see
Okay.
from my thieves' tools.
All right. This be thieves' tools check.
Well,
I mean,
it's
this could be
from the-
perception.
I don't know. It's from the gear within thieves. That's why I said thieves' tools. Okay, that's what I'm using. But if it's just
Oh,
perception,
okay.
that's fine.
I'll just say perception, just to see what you can manage to gather from it.
That is going to be a 21.
Okay, Theo, I'm gonna scoot you past everybody and put you up here with Chiron. And I'm gonna show you this. Peeking underneath the door, you get a very good glimpse of this lab room. Inside, you see there are basically two floors. The first floor has 3 of these Azers. They currently, the back 2 do not seem to have their warhammers out. They have warhammer sheathed. They do, however, have buckets of molten metal, and they're standing behind another one. The one in front of them, he seems a little more decorated, and he does have a warhammer out, but only in one hand and kind of lowered to his side a little bit. And he seems to just kind of be looking back every so often, and then looking back at the door, and just kind of like there's this sense of nervousness in the room.
Right.
You do also see there is behind them a metal cage, which currently a magma method is holding on to, in the process of slowly melting the metal as it scrapes its hand along it, and it's
On the outside of the
dropping
cage,
down into
right?
a bucket.
Okay.
It is on the outside of a cage. Well, there's this large gap in it at this point now because it looks like a lot of it's been melted through.
Right.
But it's kind of like scraping its hand along and heating the metal up as it drops down and pools into this bucket. Again, there's that sort of top section above where there is another Azer kind of looking down, trying to hide. And there is a method up there with him as well. There's a little bit of a railing, which I don't actually have on this display. And there is a doorway behind a couple of the Azers in here on the bottom floor. But yeah, this does seem to be the lab.
Yeah, I'll look back and say, and just lower my voice a lot and say, yeah, that's the lab. Should we check my mirror?
I guess that's where we're going in.
Yeah, I guess so.
Any plan of attack?
How many are in there?
There was 5 and 2 methods, right?
Is there another door or is only one?
There's a door in the back.
What if I could get to the door in the back, turn their attention, you guys just all open fire?
I can. I mean, I have like. Do you mean like range or like what do you mean?
Range. Get a quick range. You know how ancient militaries they not ancient for us, but just one day. You know, they all fire their bows at the same time, so they hit everything, or they hit something. Let me turn all their attention to me, and you guys all just unleash whatever you guys have.
How are you planning to get to the back door?
Is there another way around?
There's a door further from us. I don't know where that leads, though.
Let's check it real quick.
I can make it look like you.
All right, that'll work. Yeah.
Okay, I will. I can make a 5-foot version of something.
I'm only 5'9", so that's not that much shorter.
Well, I can make you like crouch.
Yeah. So when they
Pay
turn,
attention.
because I don't think they're super intelligent. Does it make sounds too?
In like 6 seconds after it finishes, I can make it yell something.
What are you thinking?
Let's just get them looking the other way and then open up with whatever we have. Get like a quick surprise on them.
Oh, so just around the corner and try to get as much as I can?
Get them to look the other way, and then we just, crossbow them.
Alright.
Alright, so in the 6 seconds it takes, all of us will get into the room, and then we'll all open fire.
I'm going to ask Chiron if there's anything that these things would fight first from their homeland. Like, fight without even asking. Like a creature of some sort.
It's gonna have to be an Arcana check from Chiron.
Yeah.
Probably, but I don't know if I could describe it to you.
Okay. I'll just
I
do...
don't think it would fit in the room.
That makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna look around the corner and just quickly cast Minor Illusion. Just a crouching, like, dwarvish man. Because they're shorter, so crouching is even shorter than that. Which is covered in plate mail.
Where are you putting him in the room?
Like, by that back doorway.
Okay. I will grab one of those.
And the rest of us just prepping, like, what to do. Like, fire off.
Yeah.
Now we all
Okay,
get in
so-
line and just unleash whatever you have.
Chiron's gonna take out his crossbow.
Alright. What is your trigger?
Oh, to attack?
Yeah.
When they make an aggressive move towards the illusion, I'm gonna have my sword, my rapier in one hand, and my crossbow in the other.
Gonna ready Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna ready a crossbow bolt.
If I have more than 6 seconds, I'm going to put 2 charges into the sword.
Oh, okay.
For something special.
Yeah, that will, okay. I'd say this is probably happening in an exact, 6-second round. There is currently an Azer in front of that doorway. So you're putting something right behind him, or?
Yeah, I'll do it right behind him, and then with a small.
Actually, let me go for a stealth kill on him.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do. That's my job.
Fair enough.
I could if we want. How far away are we from this back door?
I mean, it would be hard for you guys to tell the distance from it. I mean,
Alright, never mind.
especially since Theo's the only one who's actually seen it, and the rest of you are just
Yeah.
going based off what he said.
The scribe.
I was gonna say I can use thaumaturgy to try and swing the door open as you cast the
Illusion.
image. But
Just make if you could just make a general sound in that direction.
what kind of sound are you thinking?
Something like a crash. Like something
Boy.
close. So
You do a battle cry or something?
yeah, that works too.
Could
If you can do it at the same time, then yeah.
All right, let's not
I do
delay.
have thaumaturgy.
I have prestidigitation and minor illusion, so
I have thaumaturgy and prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Can I make a cry of a dragon?
Is that
It's
what
more
you
than
want to do?
make a yell if you can. Maybe only minor illusion can do that though. Because minor illusion can do voices.
I don't think I can do any voices. You know what? No, I'm not gonna make any noise.
Okay, so you're sending in an illusion.
Yeah.
There it is.
And then they react is when we're gonna launch our attack.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any immediate reaction. A few seconds pass.
Oh wait, so thaumaturgy lets you pick a sound from you at your or point of origin. So make like a crashing noise. Chiron would know that because he has thaumaturgy as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Make a crashing sound by that doorway.
Yeah. Can I make a sound where it sounds like someone like opened the
Like
door?
fell.
Yeah, sure. There's a bit of shifting in the room. There's a sound of since you're just going based off sounds here. There's a sound of metal hitting the floor. There's the sound of sort of movement in the room shifting. Just because you're going off sounds here, there is in fact some shifting, and then it stops.
Did they not investigate the? I'd be watching. So
You're watching?
yeah, well, I'm trying to see if they react to the illusion.
They did. I guess, Theo, since you're watching, here's what you would have seen. If you're watching, though, you wouldn't be able to make an attack for your surprise round.
Oh. Shoot.
You'd be taking the search action, technically. To be, like, looking under the door for it.
Okay. Basically, the idea was that once they get distracted by that, we attack. Like, everyone release their attack.
Okay. Is that what you're doing, or are you waiting to see what happened, or what's... Because I've described what you've all just heard, because the door is still mostly sealed from where you're at.
Okay, so you guys want to attack now, then?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we start blasting.
Yeah, look at that surprise round.
Yep. Hear a thing. The door opens. we attack.
Great.
As soon as
Okay.
as soon as they shift their focus away from where we're looking.
Tell me what you're attacking and where, because you're kind of
I'm
you're going blind around this corner, so you do have advantage for it being a surprise round, but disadvantage because you don't really know where they are.
If I knew where they are.
So it'll be a straight roll. You can have advantage if you know where they were.
All right. The first thing I see, I'm blasting.
I'm gonna go for that high-ranking person in the front, who's the one in the doorway, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
That dude was essentially... They weren't next to the door. They were essentially backed up, facing your general direction. Again, there was a guy in the front who looked decorated. Two of them had buckets of molten metal, like kind of loosely at the side. And then that dude was kind of... The decorated guy was kind of loosely holding his war.
I'm targeting the decorated guy.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Decorated guy's the one all the way in the back, right?
No.
Oh,
He was
who's
in
the
the
one?
front.
All right, who's the guy all the way in the back?
There was one in the first floor or second floor.
Where we put the image.
It was one of the dudes with metal.
Okay.
That you put the image in front of this molten metal.
I'm gonna aim at that one.
Okay. I guess go ahead and make your attack rolls at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna have my zombie dash into the room.
So how are we doing the order here? Is it just the...
This is just surprise round, so you're just telling me what you're doing, and you all go at the same time for this.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yep.
Does the 22 hit? And follow-up question: does a 25 hit?
Why are you even wasting time by asking?
So I'll
I-
take that as a yes.
I don't know what Chiron's crossbow stuff is because it's not equipped in his inventory, therefore I can't see it.
It's dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay, I don't know. I think he has proficiency. Isn't
He has proficiency in everything.
it? Okay.
Ooh.
Hal got a 17 to hit with his crossbow.
15.
Alright.
I got it.
That'll hit.
17 will.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Dirty 20 for Theo.
That is a total of 24 damage from Timeros.
And then Chiron gets efficiency plus dex. So that would be 18, 18, 19. And the second one's going to miss.
That's a 13 in damage for Hal. I just want to
Okay.
put that there.
Hal, which one were you targeting?
Just the first thing I saw. So when I entered the room, the first thing that was there.
Okay, and what were you using to hit it?
A crossbow.
Crossbow. Okay. 13 for Hal. Theo, you were going after
Decorated soldier.
The decorated dude. Okay.
And wait, I forgot that I had advantage. So okay, that doesn't change anything. So that'll be
Timeros, what was your total damage?
27 force damage.
Okay. All right.
6.
And
That'll
Luca?
be 3 plus 3.
I'll go for one of the other, not the decorated Azer, but I guess actually I'll go for the method.
The method. Okay.
Yep. The first one is 26 to hit, and
Definitely.
I would also I get bonus action, right? Yes or no?
Technically, I think this should just be an attack because it's
Okay.
surprise. But
All right.
I mean,
If it's just no,
I'll give it to you, and I'll say you can have some movement too. I guess.
nah, don't worry about it. If we don't get bonus action on this, then I won't use it.
I'm a little shaky on the rulings for this because it's been a while. And this would
gets
I'd say it's 10 piercing, plus 4 dreadful strikes, and then the second arrow was an 11.
for a magma method, I
Is it?
believe that actually just hits.
Really? Okay. Then that is an additional 11 damage.
D10.
Okay. Yep. Additional 11 damage. Got it. Okay. Okay. Theo, what were your
So my
27?
no, so my roll was a dirty. Well, it was 21 because my advantage. And then my damage was 13, I believe.
13. Okay.
And then Chiron is gonna just attack the first thing he sees around the corner, so whatever the first thing in front of him, and he hit once.
Okay.
And
4.
he did. I don't know what damages, so I know it's a D10 plus for heavy crossbow. It's like a D10 plus Dex.
Yep.
So like 13 damage as well.
13 as well. And then Hal.
Sorry, that's 10
targeting
damage.
yourself.
10 damage,
Wow.
not damage.
Finds first thing I saw.
Yep.
Which was a 17 to hit, and it 13 damage.
Okay. Good to know. And then Tamaros, you were targeting the door Azer.
Yeah.
That was 27 damage total.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's. Yep. Great. Roll initiative? Oh, well, here's what I'll say. Sorry. Having stepped into the room, fired off all your attacks, a brief moment hits you where you take in your surroundings. What you step into is the space in the corner where you place that one. Whoops.
We placed the dwarf.
Yeah, where you placed your dwarf back there. It seems they all kind of cluster together towards the back little like cage area.
Mm-hmm.
The decorated Azer, it seems he threw his weapon onto the ground in the middle of the room. The one that Timeros hit is blasted back within an edge of its life. All of you targeted basically the first one you saw, which would have been the decorated Azer, and that one is also within the edge of its life. It's just been shredded. And yeah, that one had its hands in the air, and
It was surrendering. Oh,
yeah,
no.
everybody roll initiative.
23.
How's the method looking, by the way?
The Mephit, I believe the Mephit actually explodes. Yeah, the Mephit explodes at this point. It instantly
So
dies.
is he still alive but has his hands up?
Yep. Well, he did have his hands up. Now he's diving for his warhammer. Give me that initiative.
So Chiron got a
23
20.
for Hal.
Chiron got a 20.
I got a 14.
23 for Hal, 20 for Chiron.
Theo got a 10, because apparently Chiron always rolls well on initiative, even when I roll for him.
Was that... Hal was 17 or 14?
23 for Hal.
Oh, who the fuck was 17? 14?
I was 14.
You're 14.
Yeah.
Alright.
Luke was
Luca?
23.
You were...
I'm sure bad that he had his hands
23?
up.
I was 23 as well.
Alright. That's 23 to Luca, and Theo.
10.
Did you include sneak attack in that?
In the first edition? Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Just didn't roll
10.
great.
Theo. And I guess I'll just do that. Okay. Nice and easy. Alright. First initiative, Luca and Hal. You are tied. So you can decide how you want to resolve that. If you want to go at the same time, work together. If you want to pick one or the other, whatever you want to do.
I have a good idea for what I want to do, so if you're not ready.
Yeah. Well, do you wanna share initiative, or do you?
Yeah, we can share initiative.
Okay. Then you wanna just do every other attack roll, or
Well, the guy had his hands up.
every other.
I'll be able to resolve this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sure. Yeah, we can just do...
If you already know what you want to do, go ahead and do that, and I'll just go after you for this round.
Okay. We can swap if we need to next round.
Yeah.
Hal is going to move to the guy on the ground. He is going to try to stop him from grabbing his warhammer and say, "Whoa, I don't think you'll be needing that." And then he will... Is that an action to pick up his warhammer?
Or like kick it across the room.
I guess it would be a free action, because he hasn't gone yet.
Okay, then I'm free action to pick up his warhammer. And then I'm going to... This feels like a waste of a spell slot, but I feel bad that he had his hand up and we still shot him. So I'm going to heal him. I think we can do this peacefully.
Rushed in here, attacked them all.
Actually,
Blew
no.
up a method.
I'm not going to heal him. Not going to heal him because he's not dead yet. But I'm going to do a medicine check on him.
Okay.
See if he
He's
gets.
not. No one in here is fully downed yet. They're not like.
That's a dirty 20 on the medicine check.
Okay, and what are you intending to do with that?
See see exactly how he's holding up and if he is stable.
So, see, he's dove down for the warhammer, which is now. I mean, he technically wouldn't have reached it in time. The fire is just so low in this guy, but it looks like he was ready to go out fighting. He has a couple hit points left, and a bunch of arrows and bolts and shit have pierced through his chest. His armor is poking out, but he didn't go for it. He's looking pretty. The decorated guy's really screwed up, and the dude who's actually behind him that Timeros went for, not as screwed up, but like pretty close. Yeah, both of these guys are barely hanging on.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know what language to speak, but at least I'm gonna try Common, and maybe Draconic if I have time. Just be like, put the weapons down, and no one else will get hurt.
Okay, you did this with you picked up his hammer, right?
Yeah. So I moved as my movement, picked up his weapon as a free action, and then did a medicine check. And if I could do any more, which that might be it for me, I'm just gonna say surrender.
Moved in, picked up actually his weapon probably. Yeah, no, it would have been right here. So if you would be on the same space, be there. Okay. You do speak words. You're not sure if they land, but make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Thank God I have a +9 persuasion, so we'll see how this goes.
You always bounce between persuasion and perception. Just make sure you know which one it is.
Perception's a +5, so 25. Oh, disadvantage. You said disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay, so we'll do it one more time. That'll be an 18.
Okay. Noted. Okay. All right.
And that's my turn.
Luca.
So I'm like dying of coughing over here, so I'll keep muting myself so you guys don't have to hear it.
I can't see the battle map, but
You can't?
nope.
With the overhead?
I can see it.
It's
Is
doing
it-
the infinite wheel of death over here.
I see.
That's
You click on it. Oh, now it's doing it for me too. I can't see it
Really?
either. Yeah. I was able to see it, and then I clicked on it. And
Oh, what
then
the hell? Oh,
It just left.
Same.
it died.
It died.
Oh, I think my computer actually died.
Uh-oh.
Small brain moves.
Good night, Speak Prince.
Are we talking like dead or like dead?
I see you again. Woo.
Looks like it's got a charge. That's a whoops on my end because I did not plug it in. New computer,
job.
new problems.
Fair.
Anyway, yeah, I don't really know how to add to that. Unless I like bring the battle map down again and try and show it to you.
Yeah. 'Cause I'll
I tried the side camera. Here, let me do this.
okay. I can see things again.
Oh shit! Everything's fine. No problems here. Everything's okay. Yep.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Up. Okay, there's a rock underneath that side of the battle map. How's that?
All right.
Cool.
see things
That
now.
works.
So I think what I'm gonna do is charging into the room after Hal. I'll move to the space behind and to the right of him, right next to those barrels.
Okay.
Hail Hydra.
Yes, I do.
Down and to the right of him. Is this right here or oh shit?
That's to Hal's right, by the barrels.
Okay, so these aren't actually barrels. What you stand by as you're entering this room is sort of a let me try to describe this. It looks like at one point it was a chamber containing some sort of like purplish, magenta-ish liquid. However, it looks like it was made of metal, but it's been melted down. And there's only about a base of it left, but the barrels would describe about what the width would be. However, there is that table right there ahead of you as well.
Okay. So I'm next to a thing of molten metal.
It's not like currently molten, but you could see like it's a structure that has been melted with time.
Okay.
So it's not currently hot, but you can see it's been melted.
All right. And then just to get my bearings right, you said the method had exploded?
Oh, yes, it did. Thank you. Yeah. It
All right.
burst into flame, magma.
In that case, because Hal is dealing with the decorated Azer, let's see. I guess I can't use that. I'll just loose. For now, I'll loose an arrow at which of the two regular Azer have been attacked? I couldn't.
The one that
by
was
the
closer
door.
to the door. So the one on the side.
All right. Yeah. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on him and lose my first arrow.
All right.
That is 25 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
All right.
What happened to the whole surrender thing? Was that just-
No. We're letting the decorated ones surrender. The rest of them can get fucked.
I think the shall just get fucked, but you know.
Am I the only good person here?
No.
I mean,
You would,
I was.
you think the amount of people that claim to have a good alignment, I really think we need to check it.
I
I
was
never
gonna-
said I had a good alignment.
Okay, hold on. None of these creatures have acted like they're friendly. Those two have weapons drawn. The one I'm not attacking is the only one that doesn't have. The only one that's not armed. Right?
Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure I threw him into a
So
wall.
the one that Hal is in front of right now, the decorated one, had a warhammer. It dropped it. The other two looked like they were holding buckets with readied actions. However, you surprised them.
Okay. Well, I am contesting the good thing because these creatures are destroying a sacred place and they have attacked somewhat indiscriminately. So shame. But yeah. So that's 8 plus 2 piercing, and another 4 dreadful strikes damage on that Azer back there.
Okay, it falls. The door Azer is no more. As it sputters out and its metal carcass clangs against the floor.
And then for the rest of my turn, I will use. Well, That other Azer's already on the ground, right? The decorated Azer is he on the ground or?
He was going to dive for. You know, why not? We'll say he went prone. I'll say he's prone at Hell's Feet.
Oh, I was gonna shove him, but he's already prone. Can I just ready my last attack?
You would have to ready a full action.
Okay,
So-
well then, never mind.
It would be either attack or forfeit an attack.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and attack the other Azer then. Not the decorated one, but the one by the cage metal.
Okay.
Alright. That is a natural 20.
Shit. Okay.
Is that the one I attacked?
No, he just
Okay.
killed the one you attacked.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And that double the dice, right?
Yep.
Alright. That is 10 plus 5 piercing. So 15
Chiron is on
piercing.
deck.
And he gets 3 dreadful strikes damage as well. So 15 piercing and 3 dreadful strikes.
Okay. I thought Dreadful Strikes was once per turn, or is it once per
Dreadful
creature?
once per creature.
Oh. How much was it for Dreadful Strikes again?
Just 3. But
Okay.
yeah, it's a per creature. When you hit a creature with a weapon.
Alright,
You
what was
can
that
deal
attack
damage
roll
to the
again?
creature
Just
first turn.
just triple checking the attack roll.
Yeah, it was 15 piercing plus 3 dreadful strikes.
Okay. I mean, that's not the attack roll, but that's fine.
Oh, no, sorry,
I-
the attack roll was a natural
Yeah.
20.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The damage was 15.
So you doubled everything in that?
No, I just doubled. Its longbow's D8, so 2d8 plus 5.
Do you think Dreadful Strikes gets doubled? Because it is technically dice.
I don't know how crits work. That's your call.
It's very interesting. Because, like, Sneak Attack gets doubled.
Yeah.
I
They
guess
then
you're-
should.
I'll let you double Dreadful Strikes.
Alright, I'll roll a second. That would be 2.
So 5 Dreadful Strikes total.
Total of 5 dreadful strikes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Count from that. Okay. That's not very good. Right through the faceplate. These you drop one of these Azers, its flames go out. The other one now has an arrow through its faceplate. It's looking around, shaking its head. And Chiron is now up.
Chiron around the corner. I can see 2 at Hal's feet and be kind of confused. Let's see. He's gonna see the 3rd standing Azer. And try to knock it prone.
Knock it prone.
Well, if they're going for surrendering, but
Right, how would he do that?
all right, there's a wall there,
Running
right?
up to it? Because technically he was closest to the door to begin with. So he could
Okay,
probably
yeah.
make it.
Yeah, I would say he'd use his movement to run towards him and knock him prone. If we're going for the non-lethal solution here, at least most of us.
Okay, that
I
puts
forgot
you
about non-lethal
just
damage.
up there.
Wait, I forgot about non-lethal damage too. I forgot that was a thing.
He's right up next to him.
Kind of gets 2 attacks, so I'd say,
This is a shove. Correct.
yeah.
So it's against its athletics or acrobatics. And you have an athletics check to make.
Yes. Chiron's gonna use his bonus action then to rage and get advantage.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't do that. 'Cause maybe I should save that for the bigger fight we have later. So I won't do that. I'll just roll a straight check.
Okay.
That is not great. That is going to be 7.
How the fuck? It seems that the Azer resists it. Which I was not expecting because it got 8.
But Kyra gets a second attack, right?
He does.
So he's gonna try just again.
Let's try and knock it prone again. Alright.
So swing and miss on the first one. Second one is going to be 13.
It also resists this one as he's like trying to shove this Azer down. You see the sort of flaming hands reach up and grab. Each time he's touching the Azer, he is taking fire damage as well. So I'm gonna have you add
Okay,
this
which is
fire
he's
damage.
resistant to, right?
Yes, he is resistant, so it gets halved.
Okay.
But he takes 2 fire damage from 1 attack, so that's down to 1.
Okay.
He takes 1 hit
I-
point of damage.
I have to write this down because I can't find
Yeah.
it is.
Really? Are you serious, game? Yes. He also takes another 1 hit point of damage. So he takes a total of 2 hit points from that.
Okay. And he'll just look at the creature in frustration and yell "yield" in language infernal because they might speak that.
Fair enough. Okay. Alright, that's fair. It's been his turn. Alright. It's the Azer's turn now. With Timeros going after them. Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna have to do now. Alright, you would have the bow drawn. Okay. No, actually, you know what? I just fucking realized. You watch a comical scene occur as the Azer, who is currently up top, on top of the you can see up here, top of this higher section here, behind the desk, attempts to hide, diving behind the desk and kind of cowering. However, because it literally sheds bright light, it cannot hide from you in this environment. It is literally giving off light, so you know where it is at all times. But it attempted to hide. The method, however, it's going to attempt to... It attempted to summon its buddies, and it failed. So it wastes its action trying to summon other methods. Rest and rip. Now it's just up to the guy on the floor. And he is going to use a free action to take out his shield, flip over and look up at Hal. He's got a flaming shield in one hand, and his other hand is open. And you just see the expression on his face is just like... You can tell he's heavily wounded. Like, large parts of his chest are exposed, and he seems to be covering those. There's sort of long flame beard. And you look up. He looks angry, confused, and puzzled, and just all these emotions flash past his face at one point. But 6 seconds is a quick amount of time. So he's going to take the dodge action on this turn. So he's dodging and standing up with his shield. So that's where he is. And the one that Chiron has been trying to shove, he's gonna shove Chiron.
Okay.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check to resist that.
Is it a saving throw or check? Or check, right?
It's a check. Athletics or acrobatics.
I'm not rolling good today. That's going to be a 13.
Better than him. And so the Azer attempts to shove, which is a touch, so technically he does take fire damage. So there is that much. Which is 3 halved for you, so 3 resistant to fire, so you would take two hit points of damage. After a failed shove. Which is really a dumb decision because he had a bucket of metal. But he's grabbing his shield from where he left it off the side. He picks that up and holds it defensively. Tamaros, you're up. Theo's on deck.
Can I shoot one of the eaters from behind?
Where?
That's fair. I'm in the hallway still, aren't I?
Yep.
I'm gonna move into the room to like the base of the stairs, right next to the crates,
Okay.
or at least as close as I can be.
To the basic crates. Right about here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright,
then I'm going to use. Ooh. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
At who?
One of each of them.
Okay.
That is a 13 and a 16. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, they both hit.
That's. I had to pull up the dice because I'm not efficient with this case yet, guys. I have a proficiency. 14. Wait. And 8. 14 and 8.
Damage.
I'm gonna shoot 14. Is that Hal? Who is a cross? Is that Chiron? The crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You'd have to declare that before you shoot, really. which
Oh, okay.
goes to which.
Okay.
So whatever your first one was.
It was 14
Okay,
for the
that's
first one.
that's the one that Chiron's next to you, or
That's the one I wanted to shoot the 14. But
Alright. Fuck it.
if obviously I had to declare that, it's all fine. However you want to roll that.
Yeah, just pick which one is your first target and which one's your second target, so the damage is it's not.
Alright.
curved.
First target is the one in front of Chiron. Second target's the one being surrounded more.
All right. Hal, the one in front of you that was potentially surrendering, gets blasted, and it is dead. Now there's the one that tried to shove Chiron, and it also takes a lot of damage. It's not down. It's still up. Barely, though. It looks very wounded. But the decorated one is down. Theo, you are up.
Around the corner and seeing that this isn't going how it was planned. There's only one left, right?
That you can see on the lower floor, yes. And it looks really messed up.
Let's see. He doesn't really know what to do because you thought Hal tried to go peacefully and then that didn't work out. So the one in front of Chiron is very injured, right?
Yeah.
So I was reading that you can specify non-lethal damage
Yeah.
if you believe it's going to make it to 0.
Yeah.
So Theo's going to attempt to take a non-lethal shot at the Azer in front. Maybe they can get some
Okay.
answers. That's his reasoning.
Fair enough. Make an attack roll.
That is going to be... It's going to be 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
17 plus 6, baby.
Rolls to demolish.
Okay. It's going to be 1d6 plus 3. And then it's going to be 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage, and then sneak attack. It's going to be another 3d6.
Are you sneak attacking this guy?
Well, Chiron's in front of him.
Touche. I mean, he'd go down.
Yeah, the plan is to take a non-lethal shot, which apparently you can specify beforehand.
All right.
That's going to be 12 plus my initial roll, which was 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 12. 20 damage.
Yeah, you blast its leg off. The damn thing's
That's
down.
non-lethal.
It should be dead. There's
Just
fire leaking out of its leg. But, yeah, the creature's down.
Okay, and then I will use my bonus action for my zombie's turn.
Okay.
Who will... what can he do? He's gonna use his movement to go up the stairs.
Now, was this a ranged attack?
Mine was, yes.
Okay, where were you to make that attack?
The doorway.
Alright. You're having him go up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll use my movement to follow behind him.
20 feet to go here.
Yeah, he has 30 feet of movement.
25. 30 would put him there.
And I'll use my movement to get right behind him.
Okay.
And I guess that's my turn.
Alright. So after a single round of combat, it seems that any immediate threats have subsided. You've killed 3 Azers, and yeah, that's yep.
Oh, so is that everybody?
No.
You do still hear the light crackling of fire, both from the one that you took down and coming up from above. But there doesn't seem to be any immediate hostility.
Then I'm going to use 2 minutes, if possible, to bring back those. Use 2 charges to animate 2 more dead.
Oh, okay.
What the
Alright.
hell is going on?
Great.
Because technically, according to the spell, if you do it again and again, they all act on the same bonus action.
So you're casting Animate Dead as a
What?
spell?
Using the charges, yeah.
Using the charges. Okay. That's actual charges and not like the 1 per day free thing?
I already did the 1 per day free thing with this guy.
No, you
wait, no, I
actually killed
didn't.
that guy.
I actually killed
Yeah.
that guy. So I'll do the 1 per day free one and then 1 charge.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure how that works again because it's been a minute since I prepared it. Just tell me how that works.
Basically, all act is on like 1 unit on the initiative, but you get to command. You have to give them all the same command.
Right, how many does it raise?
It'll be 1 per cast.
It raises 1, okay.
But if
Oh,
I
so you're
use,
taking literally 2, okay.
yeah.
Which one are you raising?
I guess the 2 that are dead.
Fair enough! You have 2 more Shadowforge Azers at your disposal. Or
Go.
zombie Azers, I mean. Although the one that's knocked out is not going to react well to seeing its buddy risen.
Yeah, but he's unconscious.
That's true, he's probably... Yeah. He would be unconscious at this point, that makes sense.
That didn't go according to plan. So, what do we do with the live one then?
That's a great question, and I wish we could have asked the question like 5 more times, but it's not to be.
Hey, I wanted it too.
Well, we don't even know how to communicate with these.
Yeah, but they're not really our enemy right now.
They're with the fire. I don't know, elemental.
Look, I just think it's bad taste to fire on someone surrendering.
I didn't shoot the one that was surrendering.
Okay, they had buckets.
They threw one of those buckets on me, and in the previous room, that didn't feel very good.
I just think we probably could have handled that one a little bit better.
Well,
But I guess it's too late now.
We have one prisoner we can't talk to, and I thought there was another one in this room.
Oh, I think there was a couple, and then they were killed.
there's also upstairs.
Oh,
Also, I made 2 more friends.
Those 2 are yours.
So now we have 3 zombies.
Yep.
This can't be broken at all. Although they do turn on us in 24 hours, so that's something we gotta be aware of.
it's on you guys now.
Oh, well, the library's nearby. That was our target, right?
There's a reason there was a Naga guarding this. Alright,
Wait, there's a library through that door probably, right?
with a bit more calm, I can start to describe this room a little bit more so that you guys can actually get a feel for the environment that you're in. So, you of course have the door you step through here from this main hall. Luca, right here, you're by a rundown old machine, some sort of potentially like a sort of brewing apparatus. However, it has been melted away with time, and those barrels were just there to represent that there was like a structure there. There is a shelf here, which it looks like whatever was on it is currently missing. Over here, there is a table with essentially like a set of like ancient, like indescribably old brewing supplies, and sort of an alchemy kit of sorts as well. It's difficult to put together. These seem to be like very like specific niche items, that were used at a very, very old time, long, long before all of you. However, there is also a sort of stone-carved chest that is also on that table as well, with, I guess, for your understanding, what essentially looks like a keypad is on its base. However, the words are written in or the letters, the symbols are Sylvan, so they're written in Esperar, and it does seem to be locked somehow.
Interesting.
There is the door in the back of the room, and the sort of cage that you have there has been melted about halfway open. The metal is currently cooling in the buckets that it's in. But yeah, the room behind you, the door is like slightly ajar, right in this area back here. There is the top level, which Theo, you and your Azer were heading up to, and you do hear the light crackling sounds of fire coming from up there. But yeah, that's basically this room. It's stone carved. Yeah.
All right. Well, should figure out which one of these leads to the library.
That's probably the best course of action.
All right. I guess I'll start searching for which way leads to the library.
All right, which do you want to check first?
Check the doorway that we're close to. Isn't there one that we like?
That's very general. I've got 3 cameras here. 2 cameras here.
It's hard to tell exactly where doors are.
All right, so there's the hallway you guys came through.
Yes.
There is a door in this room, and there's...
Yeah, I'll check the one that's in this room, just directly across from the way we came in.
Okay. That does appear to be... not quite sure if it would be stone or metal, but it would be one of the two. If it was metal, it would probably be melted by now. But peeking inside, you spot something peculiar. Make an Arcana check.
It's my specialty. Give you one sec. I'm just flipping between 3 character sheets. Actually, I have a +3 Arcana. That's not bad. Better than I thought. That's a 5. Maybe I have a +3.
It's a whole 8.
I'll help if you need it, or I'll assist.
You can. I mean, the only person who's stepped into this room so far is Theo, but it is
I
a
can
small
step in.
room. As you look in.
Look back at one of the zombies. What do you think? If you're assisting, I'll take it.
How many doors is it?
Sorry?
How many doors are there?
Doors or Azers?
Doors that we need to explore.
Okay, so back in the hallway that you guys were in earlier, there's technically 4 doors, including the one that you went through now. In this room that you're in right now, there's 1 door that leads to a sort of sub-room. The sub-room that you have here, that you're stepping into, it's like 10, 15 feet wide. However, there are some interesting things in it. Essentially underneath in this sort of lower section here.
Why don't you just send an Azer through each door?
I think I could only give them the same command.
You can command individual ones.
Okay.
Bonus action. It's a bonus action though, so you'd have to specify each turn.
Okay, yeah, because it said for at least combat on a bonus action, you can command them all, but it has to be the same command.
Yep.
But we're not in combat right now, so actually.
Okay. So I will send one to each door then. Oh, we're creating our own zombie apocalypse.
Okay, so are you? Hold on. Are you looking through the door that's in front of you right now, or
Oh,
are
yeah, no,
you?
I am, but
Are
you
you
said
sending
there's.
them out?
Well, I'm looking through the one in front of me right now, but you said there was a creature that I didn't know.
Right. Yeah. So there's a couple things in this room which.
What is the creature?
Intriguing.
If it looks like a big monster, then I think we're in the right spot.
It very much does look like a big monster.
Like a giant flaming.
No, not quite. Again, this is like a 15-foot wide room. You're looking essentially into the space. You see, in the center of this room. God, how do I describe? Okay. We'll start with the back. In the back of the room, you see this large sort of abomination of a creature, which you can't quite put your finger on what it is. But it looks like it was a large creature. It is made of stone. And it seems like it's curled up, like backed up against the back wall, like curled up on its side. It's got these jutting, like fins of stone that are coming off of it, out of whatever sort of central base there would be of this creature, which is making it quite difficult to identify what it could be.
Does it look alive?
Hard to tell. It doesn't seem to move at all. But it yeah, no, to your best of your ability, it doesn't look alive. It just looks like it's this stone thing that's kind of curled and hunched over.
Does the room look like a library?
This does not at all look like a library. Again, it's only 15 feet wide. It's this sort of small, like, back room. The door looks like it was locked. You can see there was a chain, but that's been melted through.
Okay.
In addition to this creature, which has been sort of like is laying against the sort of back of this room, let's see how this got. Ooh. You see maybe the vague form of a humanoid, but it also seems to have these like large sort of jutting fins of. It looks like almost like a coral reef sprouting over like rock, you know? It's these jutting fins of just all over. No particular rhyme or reason to it. But like looking underneath it, you get the vague sense of a person. Make an investigation check, I guess. We'll see how much detail you can gather out of this.
My investigation, I guess something I'm good at.
Somebody else
Still-
wants to get involved in this.
Still a bad roll. That's a 10.
10.
Wait, actually, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 10. I can't do that.
Okay. It seems to be laying with its what you presume is its like feet down by what you presume this larger creature's sort of tail section is. It's on a slightly elevated platform, by the way, this humanoid here. And its head is close to where you would presume this larger creature's head is. And it seems to be lying there, and you get just the faintest glimpse of like it appears like it's in a resting, this person, statue, whatever stone thing it is in like a sort of resting position with a actually the probably it would be rather clear that there would it looks like it's holding a scimitar of some sort, but the jutting doesn't seem to happen on the scimitar portion.
Okay. I will look at the group and be like, I don't know what's going on there, but there's this large creature that's turned to stone or is stone, and a body holding a scimitar. It look like pieces of them are like grown. I don't know if you guys want to check it out, we can, but it's gonna be the creeps.
Hal, you said you were making an investigation check on this as well, or
I was assisting.
Oh, I hadn't
But
rolled it.
I can do it too if you want.
go for it.
Investigation is one thing I'm not super good at. But I'm rolling well. Never mind, it rolled over. An 11.
Yeah, just checking throughout the rest of this room here. It seems like these are the main things here. They seem to be like kept away.
Me.
I think I'd like to make a medicine check on the two stone-like creatures.
Okay.
And see if they're petrified or if that's a natural condition or if that's just a feature of rolled off the table. The creatures themselves. Oh, and that's a 2. Let's see. Well, 8.
8. Hard to tell. You don't really know of any stone humanoids. Maybe Genasi, but I don't even know if you'd know what Genasi are. But yeah, no, it's kind of difficult to try to piece together what the hell these things are. Just 8. Wow. Unfortunately, it's just really hard to make out what these things are. They don't seem to be moving or conscious.
I mean, that's a good thing. I don't know what's happened if we move that cemetery, but
It seems like it's, again, what you can make out of this humanoid with whatever like jutting parts it has. It does seem there are 2 hands gripping onto a scimitar at about its chest in like a sort of resting position.
yeah, that's why it worries me.
But the scimitar is also stone.
Okay.
Actually, would it be stone? That's a very
You
good
said that
question.
didn't have the weird growing things on it, so.
It didn't.
I'll walk up and like
No, you're going in.
touch
Okay.
it and see if it actually feels like stone.
Help me, DM screen. Tell me the ways. Solve my problems for me. Okay. Non-magical object. Oh. Oh shit. Because seeing as it's a magical object, technically speaking, it would not be stone. It would actually be metal. Yep. So approaching this sort of scimitar, it appears to be a very similar, uncannily similar to the one that you picked up earlier. However, it sort of has this vine-like base on the hilt that kind of, I mean, you can't really see much of the hilt, but it does bear a similar look, and I guess you can see the other side. It has a similar pommel, and the blade is of a very similar shape. It almost looks like a twin.
Does the statue do anything if I'm going to present the scimitar I have to it? Does the statue react anyway?
Nah, it just looks like whatever it is just like laying on the floor on its back, just kind of staring up. If you can make out any eyes in it, you would be able to make out eyes, but it, they're shut. It doesn't seem to have any reaction to the other blade getting near.
I don't know if these are statues. These could be people who are petrified. Or creatures are petrified. Like what we saw. Would I be able to tell if this is not a statue but someone who's been petrified?
Hmm?
Would I be able to tell the difference between a statue and someone who's been petrified?
Maybe if you had a high enough check.
That's what I was asking for. What that? Can I roll like a medicine check?
You already did.
Oh, okay.
I'd like
I
to
thought-
make a nature check on the creature. Is that...
Go for it, and I'll give you advantage.
Oh. Well, that's a 19.
19, you say?
I do say.
I just want to make sure that I'm not doing this improperly. Before I start flapping my mouth. Okay. Yes. You have advantage. Okay. 19 total.
Yes.
It's very hard to make out, but peering down, like, through all these abnormal jutting sort of fins, whatever you want to call them, you can make out a very, like, the simple base of a creature. And underneath all of it, it looks like this is what you're looking at. Although the tail here is coming around this side and sort of wrapping around the human or elf or half-elf or fae creature, whatever the humanoid is.
Okay.
You get the sense that this is probably some form of drake.
A drake. Okay. Well, drakes are wingless, right?
Most are, yes. However, there's being a ranger. You would know that there are certain drakes that have mystical connections to individuals that do eventually gain wings and the ability to fly. Yeah, so it's not entirely unheard of, though you are correct in assuming that most drakes do not.
Well, this appears to be a drake, but I still don't know anything about why they're stone.
Yes. And why this figure is also stone. Judging by the fact that the sword is also stone, I don't think these are statues.
The sword is not stone again.
Oh, never mind. Ignore me.
It would not have been. It would not have been stone. It would be.
Never mind then. Well, this definitely gives me the creeps, but I don't know what we can do for this.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't have any way to resolve this.
no, me neither. I don't think Chiron does either.
Don't think I got anything.
Oh, you guys are crowding around this, huh? Okay.
Yeah. See, I haven't taken a good look around the room. Yet. So what's the room look like?
The room is it's like a 15-foot stone room. It is, I mean, it's carved. It's very nice. It looks like it's built to withstand a very long time. Again, it was at one point locked. Make a perception check.
I will.
Okay.
Well, got all the rolls and high rolls in combat. Perception.
I actually
13.
17? Okay.
13.
Oh, 13. Do you guys have light in here or no? Because that would
I was actually gonna crack one of my glow sticks.
No, don't worry about it. I can do this.
Okay.
fair enough.
I'm going to use.
I'm gonna say the Azer gives off 10 feet of light.
Dim light,
Okay.
because it's
I was going to use daylight. Actually, that might be a little stronger. No, I'll use it. I used the other one already, so let me use daylight.
I have light, the cantrip.
light is a cantrip. You can keep using as many times as you want.
I have a
It's
lantern.
a cantrip.
Oh yeah, I'll just keep using light then.
Yeah, I have a flaming short sword actually.
He does.
I can see in it.
Alright, I can just use light then.
As you
Yeah.
bring light into the room, your perception is no longer as hindered. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, there were bookshelves in here, that have been largely burned away. Not many. You actually would catch a little bit extra around here, with the lights. First and foremost, since you were checking out the body originally, you actually catch something resting on the chest. A small ring of some sort that seems to have been like slightly covered by some of these protrusions. But it does seem that it's been like left resting on the chest. And that's of the humanoid. That probably would have been melted. Alright, and then yeah, okay. One other thing as well, at the actual base of this structure, beneath the sort of again, the humanoid's on a slightly raised structure, but it looks like at the base of it, you can get this small sort of like, it's a glimmering substance of a yellowish metal. And it looks like essentially a small disc, probably about yay big. and it has a little like gem on the top of it. It's like almost like a little cone. It kind of raises up a little bit. And again, there's like a gem on the top of it.
Okay.
The coloration of the gem kind of reminds you of sort of what you saw back in the Tomb of the Founders.
Okay. And there's nothing left from the bookshelves. Everything else has been burned away in the room.
Pretty much. This place looks. There's a ton of like. See, I want to say there's a ton of dust to describe the age of a place, but the place is so old that dust probably would have gone already. So you can see there's a hint of ash, but it looks like this wasn't something that was heavily focused on. But you do get this sort of underlying sense that this is a very old place.
Yeah.
Much like the rest of
Yeah, it's much like the rest of this entire tomb, essentially. You know, I don't think this was. I wonder what this place actually was. Like, this doesn't feel like just like a burial site or like. It would not need to be this large and spacious and weird if it was just a burial site from Founders.
Right.
Well, I'm still aren't convinced we're dragons.
Yeah, Theo, do you remember the name of the person's room I got the scimitar from?
Theo might. I don't know if me myself.
I feel like it started with an M, but I'm really bad with names.
Yeah.
You didn't get a name for the room of the person you got the scimitar from.
Okay.
You were able to piece together that the other room was Mala's, and I will give you a history check for this one. See if you.
For who? Just him?
Just him.
Like there's bedrooms and stuff here. Like this wasn't just like a tomb. This is like a base or something.
It seemed like it might have been a living place of a couple.
I was gonna say, like, what tomb has a library and a laboratory?
12 for the history.
12 for the history. It's very like difficult to tell reasonably for the scope of Tregarthan history. It could really be anybody, but this also seems to be a very like tight knit space, if you will. Like it's probably isn't something that has been going around a lot. So it could be someone associated with Mala or someone Mala knows. Maybe a descendant or someone she knew in life or something of that nature. Probably close to the chest to some degree, but it's just very difficult to be able to tell right now.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like a bit of a low check. So.
Well,
I give you advantage for Faye, but that's just kind of.
no.
I mean, it's not wrong.
So, I did just realize that the scimitar that I'm holding unscrews at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
And there's some kind of mechanism there. And I'm going to see if that connects to anything on that placard that had the gem.
It's not actually a placard. It looks like it's just a small disc, and you can actually move it. Like, it's not like it's built into the ground, which is weird for a lot of the things that are in this place. It's about the size of your hand. And yeah, and it sort of raises up into this this point where the top of this gem is exposed.
Like extracted from the wall? Is that what you're saying?
It's not in the wall. It's
just
just left on the floor, right next to the body of this person. You can pick the whole thing up, and it's actually relatively light. It's how would I describe it? Probably a little less than this big. Circular, and it comes up to a point where the gem is, and it actually has some words in Sylvan, Espruar specifically, written on the base of it.
okay. Can I read those words?
You can. I will give you the translation. It says, "For Liliana."
Or Liliana. That's just a gold plate with a gem on it.
There is what appears to be a small circular, about thumb-sized segment of it, about yay big,
Okay, like
which is on the base of it.
small circular thumb-sized what?
It's like a circle about yay big. It kind of looks like a button.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but
I have no idea.
I'm lost.
The only thing I've found is this thing says for Liliana.
that's not one of the
Yeah.
founders.
No?
I wonder who Iliana is.
Liliana. It's
Oh,
sorry.
Liliana.
But apparently this scimitar has a second half or something that it connects to. And it might be the one that statue is clutching. I figured it connected to this, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, there's a gem, right? Maybe that's important, but if it is, it's turned to stone, and I don't know if we can do anything about that. We could try to take it. Maybe we could not. Maybe we could turn it back from stone with like some restoration.
The scimitar is
Two separate
stone.
things.
Right. So okay.
Yeah.
So we can try to take it.
There's the scimitar the guy's holding. There is another object. Again, it's a circular object about yay big, but like rounded at its base, and it just slowly comes up into a point. The top of it's a gem. There's a button on it. The gem looks kind of similar to the gems that you saw in the Tomb of the Founders room, and it has the text for Liliana on it in Sylvan.
Interesting. Well, what do you want to do with this? Do you want to take it, see if it uses the brother sword?
Push the button.
Push the button. Okay, give me a second. I need to find this.
I was just proposing it. I didn't.
Oh, no, I thought you said you did.
No.
Okay.
I was asking the party before I pushed more buttons and made things happen.
Push the button.
I mean,
Push
I'm
the
gonna step.
button.
I'm gonna step in the other room.
Yeah,
That's just good planning.
Theo, if you want to watch the hall and
I'm gonna go watch the hall after last time. See ya. Wait, I got a better idea. I can tell my zombies to press the button. Wait, no, they might light it on fire. They don't have hands. I'm gonna go call a team huddle in the hallway. My team huddle would be my 3 zombies.
I could throw Rocky at it. Someone try to throw Rocky and hit the button thing.
I'm trying
I'll
to cheat
just-
the system and not go and grab the file.
if y'all want to move back, you can. I'll hit the button.
Yeah, I'm a move out of this room, but
Okay.
to a spot where I'm I can still see.
Okay. All right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Luca,
Hello.
pushing the button on this structure, this small sort of hand-sized thing, an image appears, shining through the gem and projecting out into this sort of the space that's above.
Theo's watching from his mirror.
That image will be sent to you after a very short break.
Alright.
All
You
right.
want to take 5
Hey.
minutes, please? 5 minutes, because we're getting late here. I don't want to go crazy with it. I just need to find the file from my other computer and put it over here.
Theo's 100% is using his thieves' tool mirror to still view it, but from the opposite room, and afraid of buttons.
Extra caution.
Extra cost.
Might have Balboa in the room while I'm not.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Cult Fiction, the show where, wait a minute,
That's
this
the
was
intro
the end of a
script.
break.
Yeah.
Alright.
You did that.
Huh. Who would have thunk? All right, guys, here, let me put this in player files and see what you guys think. That is what you see. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it on stream because it's some random artist's work.
It's a very wholesome looking image.
Yeah.
What image we're looking at?
In player files.
Let's put it in player files. Basically, you see what looks to be a sort of
Well, best friends.
bronzish
My dragon pal and me.
dragon. A bronzish dragon with a sort of youngish looking elven girl sitting how is she positioned? Let me describe this. Actually sitting atop it with her hand on its head, and the two of them seem to be looking at each other, and it's a cute little image that seems to be
Dude, there's the figure here and the Drake there seem to be the same. I know it's kind of a dumb question, but I think it is.
It's very hard to tell. Again, through all the layers of this strange stuff, you can get a general resemblance. Yes, the person does not seem to be the same. Like the humanoid looks markedly different. The humanoid does not seem to have as the sort of fans as bad as the Drake does, but so the Drake seems a little worse off. But yeah, it's again, the person doesn't look different. There's a chance that the Drake is the same.
Okay. Well, that's sad. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
I really don't know what to do here.
Do we just leave it be?
I guess.
If that scimitar really is the twin to this one, then maybe they screw together, and that might do something.
Maybe. You want to try putting them together, see what happens?
Let's try it. What's worth it happen? Don't answer that.
You don't like it's so bad.
Well, it's the best thing that can happen.
Then they wake up.
Yep. And the best thing that could happen is there's more guardians of this. Whatever this is.
Look, we've made
whatever the
3
place is.
fens already. Might as well try to make some more.
Where's Duno?
I think Duno's... Is Duno dead? I can't remember.
Are you being serious? Because I killed him like 4 rooms back.
I knew. I
One room
yeah.
back.
There was a joke.
Half hour ago.
I killed him like I killed him like a week ago, my guy.
Felt like a week ago.
We've been in here for like 3 weeks. We gotta get out soon.
All right. Yeah. I'm grabbing the scimitar in the interest of getting out.
Okay. The pommel looks identical on the other one as well. And unscrewing that as well, you see an identical mechanism. There's like out of the sort of jutting stone pieces, it looks like you can't quite connect the two at their bases, but you get the sense that they probably were intended to be.
Okay, so it's missing a piece somewhere.
No,
No.
it's just you can't get that scimitar level because of these protrusions.
Okay, so I can't pull it free.
No, this dude has a very strong grip on it.
Okay. And the protrusions are stone. They're not like a fungus or something.
They pierce stone.
They appear stone.
I mean, what they were before this creature was petrified, that could be its own thing.
Well, Tamaris, do you think this could
As a
be
matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you to make another nature check, and I'll give you advantage.
What are we saying?
I was wondering if you thought this affliction could be a curse.
Can I just get a description of it one more time?
Stone person.
Stone person, just straight stone person.
Well, but there's like weird flaky growths. Not growths.
Yeah.
I
It's sort of like a coral reef is growing out of this person, and the person is the base.
okay. Can I make an Arcana check on this?
You can.
Okay. Let me move
That's
these
a
dice real
19 on the
quick.
nature.
Was that with advantage?
Actually-
with advantage, it was a 19.
I'm gonna use the new die LC today.
Okay.
This is the first roll of this D20.
And
That
now
one.
Roll.
If it's a not one, I'm throwing it out. Like the whole set's gone. I'm
Okay.
gonna call my
Line.
girlfriend's mother right now and just be like, "I'm sorry. I love the dice you gave me. They look great, but they're terrible rolls." First roll, not one.
Do it.
That's a 10.
Okay, good middle
So it's a
ground.
14.
Good middle
Well,
ground.
that's straight mid ground. Okay. So it's a balanced die, guys. It's a perfectly balanced die. So 14.
Very, very peculiar.
Okay. So it's interesting because, for one, was that all? Or was there more? I'll see.
I was about to start.
I saw a moment of silence thinking I can roleplay here, and then I was like, you know what? Do your thing. I was just trying to get some role playing done.
Fair enough. Tamaros, you have been taught many secrets of the universe. This plane and others.
What a knife.
dice sword.
And
Tell me what
with
you
enough-
want to hear, Elsie.
With enough
Go on.
time, you've eventually began to pick up on it. I guess. I gotta look the other way because I'm getting distracted. You've kind of begun to pick up on it. Luca. So you get a sort of general idea of what this could be, though you can't quite put your finger on it. Luca, though, you have seen this. And not in its stone form, but as a natural fungal growth, or supernatural fungal growth in the Feywild. This sort of strange abomination, this purple cancer known as Helin Cantessar. How it managed to reach some person as old as this or a drake is a bit beyond you at this point, but you do get the sense that this is matching up with some things that you've seen in the past.
Alright, shit, don't touch him.
Got it.
Since
Could
this is-
remove curse work?
My hands are off.
I'm still
Funny though,
across.
I could have said the same thing earlier.
Wait,
It's-
I have a question. Would
Didn't
I
listen
be able
then,
to
though.
touch it? Because of the gloves?
You also got your magic hands that you
That
can do
is
from a
true.
distance.
Like, I want to know, like, I don't want to, I'm not going to touch it.
You got your mage hands.
It's
Wait, what is this again? This is a what cancer?
It's called Helin Cantessar. It's been a long time since I've seen this, but it's I don't know if it's
So they need a health potion.
It's an affliction.
I'm just
that
gonna throw a health
causes,
potion at it.
Just fuck it. They're not like splash potions in Minecraft.
Sure they are.
Alright, you throw a healing potion and it shatters against the stone.
Well, that didn't work.
That's such a waste.
This sounds like a waste of like 50
Go
gold.
ahead and mark off a healing potion, and
I did already.
actually some of these stone protrusions actually snap.
Can I cast
Kinda lay
mending?
against the body.
So we're
The
not
sort
gonna
of
do that
ring,
again.
the ring that was near the chest, falls a little bit and kind of moves.
Can I potentially use mending to fix the stone?
Don't touch it though. We can't touch it.
Technically.
I wouldn't touch it, but
Well, I don't think I need to touch for mending.
Well,
you do-
okay.
you
Would
ending up-
remove curse work? Because I have an idea.
So it's a magical affliction.
I don't know if that counts as a
spreads-
curse. And I think you need something.
Let the man speak, please.
He's literally reading.
The way this thing works, no, I'm not reading something, but I read it a while ago. So the way this thing works is, it's an affliction that spreads initially by touch, and then the more you use magic, the more there's a potential for you to have gained or augmented abilities, but the more you use magic, the more this thing spreads.
So I'm like the last person to touch this.
It
I
could
might be
a
lying, Rich.
boon or a horrible affliction.
So I'm like the last person to possibly touch this thing. In case it gives me that horrible infliction and I become basically a normal human fucking being at this point. Well,
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever be normal, but
I mean, I wouldn't be able to use magic ever again. Like,
yeah, but that's not gonna make you normal.
That's probably better
Anyway.
for the
Wait, shoot! I actually have the Journal of Shrooms still on me.
Fair enough.
fair enough.
So, do I? Can I find the passage on healing from the star in the journal?
Yeah, for sure.
Was that one of the things that wasn't in it?
It was being written. So it was never completed. But there is a bit on it.
See, I don't remember if that was in the item description.
Nope, it wouldn't be.
It is.
But I can tell you. Between what you find here in this journal, it seems that the hag didn't spend too long. It didn't get too long to study this. Only that it was peculiar that this strange substance was appearing in the Feywild, and it seemed to just be taking over large portions of the environment and sort of just spreading. It does spread from people, from touch. It does possibly grow the more that you cast spells. However, there's no mention of any cure. There's no mention of any way to get rid of it. It's only really known that you get it by interacting with the substance. It starts as a purple spot and begins to grow, and there are cases of these sort of jutting fin-like protrusions. But she doesn't know that much about it. The effects can be temporarily halted. There are some remedies for that, but it revolves the suppression of magic. So I'll stop rambling now.
I don't really know what we can do for them.
My guess is they're not alive.
Well, if you're
But
turned to stone, you can't really age. So if you can revert them from being stone, they'll be okay, but they still then have cancer.
I'm not sure if this is just an extremely progressed form of that fungus, or if they did intentionally petrify themselves to survive.
Or maybe something else petrified them, but it's actually been keeping them not being overtaken by the cancer, because it's not going to grow on the stone, right?
I guess not.
Oh, there is enough of this person's face being shown. It does not appear that this was something involuntary. The person looks like they're in discomfort. He also looks like he is...
At peace with the way that.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's fighting this. He is resting.
That's what I figured. The way that
The way to cure this, and we just don't touch them.
Yeah, I think that's the best option.
So I think we should get the fuck out of here.
I agree.
Yeah.
As unfortunate as that is.
That scimitar might have been nice. But
Um,
Can I use Mage Hand to grab the scimitar?
He's got two stone hands on it and holding it at his chest. It's going to be difficult to remove without, like, breaking his hands.
oh wait.
Let's not break
So
the hand.
I have a question. There's no way to bring him back, right?
Probably not. But
not that we have available, but there are ways, I'm sure.
Where'd the ring go?
The ring was on his chest here and it fell slightly. It's still on his chest. It's kind of amongst a little bit of a little bit of broken stone, which mark off that healing potion because
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and grab the ring without touching the stone and see if that's the missing piece needed to fit the scimitars together.
again, the scimitars themselves, you pick up the ring, that's fine. And I'll tell you what that looks like in a second. The scimitars themselves, though, they look like they directly connect to one another. And the latches will actually, latch together. It looks like it's two parts of one double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
However, it's just, you can't, you can see where they connect, you just can't get the sword level because there's protrusions of this stony substance. These fans are blocking you from actually getting them down together.
Okay.
Um,
I'm okay with leaving this for a while if there's no way to.
Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can do anything for them.
and I will show you what the ring looks like.
All right. What do you have that has more Sylvan on it?
The ring is the second one right here. This one.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. Just like this.
All right.
And you said it's on his body?
He wasn't wearing it, but it was placed on his chest. And when you
Use-
threw that potion and it shattered, it kind of slipped and fell down a little bit.
Can I use Mage Hand to grab it?
Luca grabbed it, so you can take it
Oh,
out
you
of his
did, never
hand.
mind.
I
Never mind.
picked it up. But
I missed
you could
that.
identify it.
Yeah, if you want to give me 11 minutes.
Yep. This could be what helps us either free them or.
Sit down and start casting Identify.
Okay. That'll be 11 minutes from now, which will be exactly 40.
Yep.
Okay. Taking some time with that. Everybody else?
I don't know really what I can do to help with this anything. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I can try to find the actual library while people are sitting around here talking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. Look around. I got my 3 bodyguards.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Again, stepping out into... Oops, I disconnected this. My bad. Here we go. Stepping out, I know I have everyone still in this room right now, but stepping out into this room here in the open, again, you've got this sort of old ancient kit, this chest here with the sylvan keypad, the melted stone, whatever, but the rest of this room, there are no doors. There does not appear to be an Azer or a Mephit there anymore. They seem to have attempted to depart. To what success? Uncertain, but they're not there anymore. Heading out, you head to the hallway. You came from the left. Which way do you want to go?
They went from the left. I guess I'll just try to follow them quietly.
What?
So if they went left.
No, I mean, you came from where your left is right now.
Oh, okay, then I will. There's no other doors in this room, right?
In the room that you were just in, no. But in the hallway, there's a door straight across from you, off to the side a little bit. And then there's 2 doorways without doors. The one that you came through before and the one ahead.
I'll take the one across just because it's a closed door.
Okay. Opening it up, pretty simple. There is collapsed stone along the way. You get the sense this leads back to the armory.
Okay,
Which
so this
means
is the
that the
collapse
one-
path, yeah.
Yeah, the one to your right would be the way to the library, and going down that passageway, it also seems collapsed. However, that one, I'm just speeding along here,
Yeah, that's fine.
that one does seem to have scorch marks on the actual, along some of the stones. There's like about an inch wide gap between the collapsed stones where it looks like a funnel of fire kind of just squeezed through.
Okay, well, I think I know what caused that.
And on the other side, I mean, you can't really see much.
Yeah, so now that I know where to go, I'm just gonna like mark that path down. Anything else I can do? Not really.
I'm gonna give you guys a minute to brainstorm because I didn't get a break, and I will be right back.
Okay, then I'm just gonna head back to the group and then tell them I found the way to the library whenever they're ready.
Let's go.
I was waiting for them to identify to be over.
No, that's fair.
They might know we're coming because of the Azer and
Yeah.
whatnot that were upstairs. What do you want to do about the unconscious one?
I don't know. I really don't know what we should do.
What can we do?
Can't move it without setting ourselves on fire.
I really don't know what to do with it.
I don't think we have any options. I think we just leave it for now.
It's gonna be out for a long time, so. I can't really use handcuffs or anything, so.
No.
I say we just move on. Worry about it later.
All right, it's not like we can't handle ourselves if it comes back. All right, let's go fight Big Monster. Whenever you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Gotta finish identifying this. I still have another like 6 minutes doing this. So
I guess we can wait out to 6 minutes.
can we do a little 6-minute time skip?
Yeah,
Or Elsie, do you want us to sit here for 6 minutes?
I think he.
Here.
All right, new water bottle acquired. Let's go. So, what you guys been up to?
Waiting for this identified end and then go and fight Big Monster.
There are still some areas here that you guys haven't really like looked into. I can just talk about that if you guys are just like stalling for time. But
I mean, yeah, we're basically just waiting until this thing is done. So I'm fine with like a 6-minute time skip.
Well, what else is there to explore around here before we get to the library?
so the small room that you're in didn't have too much. Again, it had like a bit of a bookshelf, but it looks like whatever was on there was burned. There are some stone tablets, which are kind of similar to the one that you found in that room that you went into, where you found the scimitar, where it's just like a small block of stone with a single glyph on it. A handful of them are just kind of like shattered in half. But there's like one or two that remain. That's fine. That's what's in this room. Just taking some time to look at that.
What's to do with the chest?
Out here,
Yeah.
the chest there. Again, okay. Walking up to it, it is a. It looks like it's made of stone, but it is like pretty elegant, actually. There's a again. There's a keypad. In Esperar, there's like a small like area, and it looks like it's locked. It doesn't seem to want to open. Yeah.
Oh, that's a noise.
Sorry, I kicked up my wire.
Cast lightning bolt.
Just to your eardrums.
Always fun.
So you do see a keypad, and I guess there would probably be like a small like bar where you could probably see like text, but there's nothing in it right now. It's just blank.
Well, if anybody knows what the password to this box is, you're more than welcome to try.
Open sesame.
I'll give it a look. I can do some investigative work.
I have no idea.
I could take a look at it too.
So while you're breaking it down, I kicked on my wire on accident. So I don't know what you said.
Me?
Well, I was talking about the box.
Yeah.
Okay, again, it's pretty simple. It is a stone. This is like stone chest. However, it does seem to have the front of it has a keypad on it, and it appears like it's locked. And there's like a small bar where you could imagine text would go.
So it's like a 1 through 9 keypads.
No letters.
Letters. What are the letters?
They are in Esperar.
I don't know what that means.
What's the like?
The written version of
Fancy
Sylvan.
Yeah.
And I don't know Sylvan.
Theo knows Sylvan now. Right?
I can use covering languages.
Oh, okay.
I know Elvish, but not Sylvan.
But I have the comprehend language ability to do, which actually might still. No, it's probably not still up.
I wouldn't imagine so. No.
Could I sound out the Elvish word, the Sylvan words?
So
How closely
normally-
related are they?
Okay, so Sylvan would Elvish and Sylvan do seem to have some connections, like historically. However, the difference here is that the text is actually closer to it's closer to hieroglyphics. It's like an entirely different script. Modern Elvish has
yeah,
proper,
language has improved since it's been made.
Yeah.
Can I look on the glyph wall behind me? The one that got smashed?
Oh, where the bookshelves were? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you said there was glyphs there, right?
Yeah, there were little tablets of stone with little glyphs marked on them.
They don't correlate at all, or do they correlate?
Are you just picking one up?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Is the
Just hold-
glyph on there on the keypad? Is what I'm asking. Like, are they?
Just holding it doesn't seem to trigger anything. You get the sense that the glyph on it probably is more of an arcane nature, whereas the Sylvan script looks. I mean, let me just show you what Sylvan script looks like. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it by now, but
Somewhere in my travels.
yeah. Sylvan is like closer to this type of stuff. And granted, these glyphs probably do have some Sylvan base, but it doesn't seem to be any direct correlation. It's just. Yeah.
Can I do an investigation check to see these glyphs pop up anywhere else in this room?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I might be overthinking this, and I just might have to like not worry about it. But I'm gonna try.
Well, how
Go.
doing that?
Oh,
Oh, he
Um,
broke
Oh,
up.
hold on.
You're a robot.
You're frozen.
I was looking for key clues on the tower.
Oh, you're dying so bad, man. Give it a minute. Oh, wow. His internet just
Said no.
trashed.
Yikes.
I can hear you though.
Oh, you can hear us. Okay.
Can you-
How do we boot this man?
We can't hear him though.
Boot the
If you want
man.
to restart the call, it'll work. Trust. Restart. Okay. Oh, hello. Did we do it?
Hello. Yeah,
Oh,
we good.
Better.
There we go.
Much better.
Mhm. So I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say that while Hal is looking for clues, I was just gonna type Liliana and Esperar into the keypad.
All right. Are you entering that or?
If that works, I'm like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
Because there would be an enter key on here too, or backspace too, and that stuff.
I'd hit enter on that.
I'd tap that.
Okay. Hal, give me your investigation check real quick.
It was a 9.
9. Really hard to tell. There were these stone tablets, probably like hand-sized, really, like palm-sized maybe. And you're holding one of them right now, and they just have this large glyph on them. Don't really see it anywhere else.
I was
You
thinking
type
like Bleak Falls
Liliana.
Barrow.
What?
You know, like the Bleak Falls Barrow mission in Skyrim, where the glyphs are the ones on the wall, and you get them in the right. I was like, I got this, and then no, I don't
Yeah.
got this.
Unfortunately, no, not
The
quite.
one Skyrim puzzle.
Yeah, that's the only one I played.
The box shifts and opens.
God damn it! I tried so hard.
Should have known.
Yeah, the lid of it pops open, and inside sits a bag.
Ooh, a bag in a box, my favorite.
You guys found a bag?
Box
That's dope.
in a bag.
Does the bag have a box in it? That is a very nice bag.
That's quite a nice bag.
Opening the bag, you look inside. You see a bunch of furry balls.
That's what she said.
It is interesting though. You do see a bunch of like furry balls inside, and I will try to describe this to you, but that is what you see at a cursory glance. There's just a whole bunch of these small balls.
Anyone want this?
I'll take them if you give them away. I don't know what they are, but I'll
I can
take
help
them.
figure out what they do. I'm just gonna need some time, but
What's up with the ring?
So Theo, are you
Yes.
starting to identify the bag?
I guess so.
Okay. Chimeros. The ring is a
Yeah.
ring of mind shielding. So if you want to look up what that does, you can. All right. We'll get to the bag in a short while. Okay. Right. What was I looking at? I was looking something up in particular. I just have so many papers everywhere that I'm struggling. There's also... Oh, you know what, Hal, you were making an investigation check. There's also that sort of upper layer above the above the rest of this room where the stairs lead to. I'll
Mhm.
show that off on camera real quick. It's there's a desk up here. And there's a bookshelf behind it. There's a chair here too. And there's this little bit of railing as this place sort of overlooks the room.
Uh-huh.
And the bookshelf behind it seems to be filled with these sort of stone tablets as well. Very similar to the ones that you have, or the one that you have in your hand.
I guess I'll go climb up and try to get a closer look at it, maybe? Or go to the desk, investigate the desk, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, the desk. It doesn't. I mean, it looks like there probably would have been ink or something on it at one point. It's not really.
Okay.
It looks like there was a change over time, but it doesn't look like there's anything interesting just laying on the desk outright. Maybe at one point there was paper here, but it's been so goddamn long that it's decomposed entirely.
That's awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, the bookshelf seems to have all of those tablets, very similar to the one that you have in your hand.
I don't really know what to do with these, but I have them.
What you notice about them is interesting as well. Each of the glyphs is like slightly different, but it seems to have the same sort of arcane base.
Maybe I can give this to Theo and see if we can like detect magic on it or something. Or if I have to put them in a certain order, but that just seems like I don't know.
Maybe
No.
the order could be important to freeing our stone petrified friend.
Which we still don't know if that's a good idea or not, so
I mean, I'm just waiting for my thing to be done. So,
A little while on it, but the ring is done.
Mind shielding.
Demaros, if you wanted to talk about that.
So this ring, it's called Ring of Mind Shielder, or Mind Shielding. It basically prevents whoever's wearing it. It prevents their thoughts from being read. It basically cancels out Zone of Truth and all that kind of stuff. So, you can use an action as well to cause the ring to become invisible until you see another action to make it visible until you remove the ring or until you die. However, here's the biggest part. If you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters it. Unless it's already housing a soul, you can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer can prevent this telepathic communication, or can't prevent the telepathic communication. So does anyone want this?
there's a way to check to see if it's already housing a soul.
I guess put it on, attune to it, and see if something speaks to you.
Well, I can't. I'm a bit tapped out on magic items at the moment, so.
Same.
as am I.
Luca?
I've got a spot. Would
I mean-
Chiron want it?
Let's see, what does Chiron have for magic items?
Theoretically.
My guess is that Liliana's trapped in the ring.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would be a logical, but that'd be boring.
Yeah.
I mean, Chiron has a spot.
Would Chiron want the ring?
I'm not sure if Caroline would.
I mean, he might. I don't know. Oz is not here.
Show up.
Knowing him, he's gonna try to help out the innocent. I imagine. So maybe that's kind of his big thing.
So
You or him. You,
it keeps your thoughts from being read, and
if you die, you can go into the ring.
okay. Yeah. That might be helpful. If no one else wants it, then I'll try and use it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't recall when exactly you started identifying the bag.
I have no idea.
Been a few minutes.
I feel like it was about 38 or so.
Yeah, those would have been melted. Okay. Oh shit!
What's up?
I was just wrong about it. Okay. Unless anyone else had something to try to attempt to do in this time.
We need a cliffhanger. Pronto.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't about to call the session. Technically speaking, the session isn't supposed to end for another half an hour.
I mean,
But-
I might call it in a minute.
But yeah,
It's finals week. I gotta go study up this.
I
Yeah,
think right now
I
might be
think
the
we're
best
all on the
choice.
same page on that front. But
Except for Evan. Because fuck you, Evan.
Yeah, because
Hey
I
Evan,
know
don't
what
worry, you're not alone. You're not alone. I don't have finals either.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
happy for
RJ.
you, man.
You know what I saw today? A dude wearing a Ramsey Rams sweater. In Auburn.
Ew. Did he look our age or?
Yeah.
Was it Burger?
No.
Wait, David Berger?
No.
Oh,
Theo,
I thought it
Josh
was
Burger.
The bag.
a bag, a very particular bag,
It's in the bag.
a tan
Bag.
bag
Of tricks. Oh no. I don't know what that means yet, but that sounds interesting.
Look into that.
I'll look into that.
I will. The amount of things that I'm gonna have to deal with throughout this campaign now.
The things you've given me.
Yeah. And you've got me hooked on the idea of those
Feelings.
scimitars because they're dragon themed. I know they are. One is. The other one probably is too.
I
The
will
one
fully
that-
break that statue.
The one that's on that
That
body,
person.
actually,
Oh shit.
surprisingly enough, it didn't seem to carry the same dragon theme.
It's Fey magic stuff, isn't it? Heck yeah, it is.
We saw Drake Warden. Oh no.
Slightly concerned.
I'm just concerned about this item.
Bag of tricks.
I'm very concerned.
You were giving me more things to add to initiative orders.
What?
Really?
I lost all sound. Sad boy hours.
Okay, so you're giving me more things to add to initiative order. Now I have 3 zombies, a companion, and this.
It's fucking nightmare. Combat takes too long already.
But now I can have
This bag of
more.
And now I can do more random batshit plans.
They're just gonna stand up and just slowly put the bag into his bag and be like,
I can find a use for these.
"This will be useful for sure. I'm just gonna hold on to this, unless somebody else desperately wants it."
I mean, that'd be cool, but I want to call myself desperate.
You guys did put in the work for it, so actually, if you guys want it, you guys put in the work for it.
Nah, you'll come up with something creative, I'm sure. One of you two can.
Okay, I did absolutely nothing for this bag. So if one of you two want it, I won't be mad.
Well, what is it?
It's called a bag of tricks. I think I'll open it. See these like fuzzy balls, right?
Mhm.
If you throw them, they turn into animals,
That's interesting.
and it's very random what they can be. But they're all friendly and will help you.
Okay. Well, do you think you can? Do you think you can use it?
Oh, I definitely can.
All right. Well, then I'll let. I
Like
don't
the
have a
animals,
problem with you.
the animals have everything from giant weasels to hyenas to tigers to baboons. Like there's a lot of animals it can be.
I trust you'll find something interesting for it.
I'm sure I will. And I don't think it's one-time use. I think you just once per day. Oh, it's 3 times per day. Nice.
Wait, so does it have infinite uses?
I think so. But just like 3, but locked to 3 times a day.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is nice, because you know how guys I am with the items that can run out. Yeah, it has 3 charges, essentially. Alright.
That's pretty neat.
It's anything else that we want to fool around with in here?
I'm out of ideas here, boys.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright. Well, now what?
That is the question.
There's a giant fire lizard through that wall.
Well,
Or a fire lizard, guard, snake, fire creature.
I guess I'll start attuning to this ring while we're moving about, out and about, and maybe there's a soul in it that can tell us about the petrified Drake and Drake Handler.
All right. Well, in that case, just put the ring on. Into a tune. A lot of you are headed for the library. Is that?
Yeah.
Did you say there was another room to look into?
Yeah.
It was collapsed, though, right?
Yeah, well, basically every tunnel in this place was collapsed. So pushing this back a little bit, it looks like this is where you came from, where the Shadowforge was. This is where you guys are apparently headed. And right here, there's a doorway which leads back to, presumably back to the armory. However, the passageways have been collapsed. And it's just earth. That's a good freeze shot. Anyway.
All right.
Yes. Head off towards the library. Luca putting the ring on. What finger are you putting the ring on? Strafantes.
Right. Yeah.
Right, what?
Right. The right ring finger.
Right ring finger. All right.
I think we're losing him again.
You got there eventually.
Times, and you're just
Mr. Roboto.
So as you slide the ring onto your finger, you feel with time as you focus on it, it seems to begin to sort of close in on your finger and begin to merge. It's interesting. And as a lot of you have begun traveling out towards the library, hoping to deal with this creature of fire, that's what we're going to call tonight's session.
Hey.
All right.
Through the
We'll
fire
pick up next week
with the
for the
boss fight.
last session of this dungeon.
Hey. Can't be the password, which is their own first name. The level of security is not up to scratch here, boys. Alright, well, that was fun.
Well, unless you want to spend half an hour to try to fight this thing.
I don't think we could do. I don't think combat is in half an hour is a possibility with this group.
Bold of you to assume, seeing as what you just did earlier in the session.
Yeah, but that wasn't a fire living beast thing. That was 3 dudes surrendering and their pet birds. You can't defend yourself if you're not here, Evan. He tried to say something, but he's been filtered out. It's a BS filter.
Oh.
His face updated to a smile, and that was it.
That was it. That's all we got. He might be back.
I never left.
Oh, he's back.
I'm gonna go to bed now.
Which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. And everybody else, thank you for sticking around. Hope you have a good night. And by the way, thanks for showing up. Appreciated getting a bit of an earlier start. And shorter break was actually very good. And look at that, we ended half an hour early.
Hey,
Look at
I'm
that.
gonna
makes a
play
difference.
Cyberpunk.
Alright, y'all. Good night.
See y'all.
Yeah.
See ya.
I have a
Bye.
presentation tomorrow.
Oh, I have a final tomorrow. Good luck.
Cheers. Alright. Goodbye, glitched out Evan. It has been a pleasure.